It's almost time for the Real Housewives of Atlanta review, featuring Shady B, the best beard on YouTube, and Mace Moreau, the wig. You guys ready? Let's get into it. Starts now. It's almost time for the Real Housewives of Atlanta review, featuring Shady B, the best beard on YouTube, and Mace Moreau, the wig. You guys ready? Let's get into it. Starts now.
Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of Let's Get Into It. I am Shady B and this is Mace. How you doing tonight, Mace?
Hey, how you doing? I see the beard is popping.
Is it?
We just come on giggling. I don't know if it's we just come on, with the giggles.
We gonna rock the tank tops tonight.
We showing shoulders.
Shoulder to shoulder. We switched up the days on y'all, impromptu. So I do want to make an announcement. So for future reference, y'all know we do what we want to do over here. So check if normally we go live Monday, Tuesday. So if we are super late, I'll probably change the date. I'm gonna do better about making sure that the dates is right and the times is right. So y'all know if we change it. But I did change the date so y'all can see that we changed the date. So hopefully everybody saw that we changed it to today. I want to get through most of this episode because it was mostly fluff and then there was some bull crap at the end.
Yeah, we gotta tell the people too, and turn your notifications on.
Yes, turn your
notifications. That's what I was doing too, because I was missing people's lives. And I'm like, I'm missing these lives, but I didn't turn all notifications on. Mm-hmm. So you got to turn all notifications on so I could.
I don't know if everybody notifications show up because I don't get a notification every time.
And me neither. And some of them, because a lot I was trying to catch people channel, because I try to support everybody channel.
Yeah, but I don't always get notifications, so I don't know if you can. I don't know how you prioritize your notifications. But one thing I do know, Sherelle notifications always come through, but I don't know about everybody else's. But Sherelle always come through with her notifications.
Maybe it's the more popular channels that
maybe the ones that are push more and get.
What we got here right now? Hey, J. Rucker. Hey, Cleo.
Hey, J. Rucker. Hey, Cleo. Thank you for joining us on our impromptu episode that we moved to Wednesday. So let's get into the mess. The episode starts off with Drew and Ralph sitting at the house, and Ralph is going in on Drew's wig and talking about it lifting up. And I feel like Drew should be able to afford a better stylist than what she has because her wigs have
upgraded from the cat that she had last year. The wigs have upgraded. I would say that, but it's just like, I don't know. After a certain age, like all the swirls and twirls and all
it doesn't look good. It doesn't.
It's just too much. Like I like the colors. I like to play with the hair. I like the funky hair and to change it up a lot. But like when it comes to them edges, I'm not sitting there swirling them big bangs on the side, them glue down bang. I'm not. No.
To me, it makes you look like a hood rat. In my
opinion, like a chicken head.
The extra layers of baby hair, it makes you look like a hood rat, and it, you about to steal all the Mac out of the
it's giving me the feeling that because I'm guilty. I'm very guilty of having a ponytail back in the day. You You get all the Queen Helene gel, get the scoop, you scoop it out because it was a big jar, and just the water, and then you put your hair up in that fan, like you sprout your hair out, and then you do the two sides, and so your hair is sitting there just looking like a hand fan. I'm guilty. I was doing that.
But that's one thing. But I'm talking about the extra layers of baby.
Yes, but the edges are just reminiscent of that, like that style that needs to go, because that was a style that needed to go. Like we outside walking around like.
But also, it's the quality of her wigs. I don't think that she buys quality wigs. I don't know if they're expensive or not, but they look cheap.
But it's no excuse. Like it's no. I think it's just the way she's sitting on her head, or whoever's laying it down on her scalp, because like I don't like to spend that much money on wigs because I change them too much. So I'm not gonna buy a $300 wig, or like I'll buy human wigs once in a while, but it doesn't really suit me because I change it too much. So I'll buy like this one right here was what I think $42.
Oh, okay.
And it's not giving Drew like and then you
stay tuned, y'all.
Yeah, you dipping in somehow. I wanted to do the review on this one, but I had so much going on with this house. They coming in with these renovations from where my ceiling that fell down to my shoulder, like got me all messed up. But definitely when I change it again, the next one I'm going to do a review on, because you can find cheaper wigs that look decent, and this one goes all the way across. It got all like I could part it all the way across and change the part.
Drew, look, Drew. This is
put it in a ponytail. Drew, you don't have to.
Drew, for you to have such a team around you at all times, her wigs be looking they be looking real cheap. So the first thing wasn't actually that. It was Kenya and Drew talking about the trip and talking about how Sandy was being pushy about them bringing a plus
ones, yeah,
bringing a man or a couple's trip. I don't know why she decided it was going to be a couple's trip when 3 of the people is single.
Why do they make such a big deal about these couples trips? Like,
I think Sanya was taking a page out of Marlo's book. I felt like she was being coached by Marlo.
Probably so, but Marlo, you brought your florist.
Mm-hmm. And that's weird. Your florist.
Yeah, and then she was the way she said, but Marlo, like, she's like, well, if I'm gonna have some nice flowers in my room. What?
You want flowers in your room on vacation?
Wait, but he's on vacation with you. Where is he getting his flowers? Did he travel with them?
Mm-hmm.
Did he take them in his luggage, or is he going like buying bouquets and setting it up, making arrangements?
Like Candy said, she don't want to bring her sponsors on the trip. I don't blame you. I'm
gonna need her to bring an old white man down to a trip or down to a party.
That's not what he paid for exclusivity. He paid for him to do what he want to do in silent. That's what he paid for.
He paid for privacy.
Privacy. That's what he wants. You been over wearing Confederate shirts in the house. Nothing else. That's what he wants you to.
So she running around here butt naked with a
Confederate shirt on. And then they want you to put bones in your head and stuff like that.
Marlo, that's a no-go.
Cleo said her wigs have improved, but she still doesn't quite have it.
Yeah, I think it's just her.
A little bit. Just a little bit.
I think it's just her, but they have improved since that cat that was sitting on top of her head, because
Not a cat. So we're gonna move forward to we're gonna skip past Drew working out with her husband because that scene was boring. Unless you got something to say about it.
I wanted. Did she was in the beginning when she's talking about the adoption? Did she mention that adoption in the beginning?
She didn't mention it in the beginning, but let's talk about it now. So Drew and Ralph are sitting in the house, and it comes up that Ralph is writing a book for y'all single dads out there about co-parenting. And I'm confused on why everybody wants to write a book about something that they don't know nothing about.
Yeah, and then he's like, well, actually, he said the book is based on him being a stepfather and how to be, about being a step parent.
So what I don't like about Ralph is he likes to blindside and gaslight Drew. And at some point, Drew, you got to stand up for yourself.
At this point, Drew gaslights herself. I think she gaslights herself at this point because, girl, like, why would you want this man? Like, she's like, but you said you were going to adopt him. Now you said you're not. He has a father. We've seen this child's father. It's not like his father is deceased or his father is completely out of his life and nowhere to be found. You can find his father, and his father, you know where he's at. He knows where he's at. Why would he overstep and adopt that man's child? And then at this point, the father, I believe, will have to sign consent for his son to be adopted because he's still in this child's life, technically. Like, the child knows him, he's around. Like, you just can't just go around adopting people's children just because, like,
I just feel like it's unnecessary. I mean, just because you saw Eva do it a couple seasons ago and that was her storyline, that doesn't mean you can adopt this storyline for yourself.
And Eva was in a completely different situation.
Eva's situation was different because her baby daddy was actually cray-cray for real. Like, on the way to court, he fought a police officer.
Yeah, that man, he been crazy. He been crazy since he been on tour with Chris Brown.
Like, they said he crazy for real. Like ID channel crazy. That's what they said. So
yeah, all types of answers. He was a rapper.
Yeah,
he's the rapper. You know, ever since he went on that tour, he probably been crazy. And as we saw it unfold,
some bad powder. You know,
I don't know if you guys know, it's from his childhood. A lot of trauma because I don't know if you watched him on Ayanla Fix My Life.
I didn't watch him on.
Yeah, she had him on the men's series when she did a series of. She took a whole I think it was probably about 5 to 6 men. I believe the slim guy from Boyz II Men was a part of that episode as well. And she took them in, and, was going through their family trauma, and he was talking about his mother and a lot of family trauma that made him. And as he revealed a lot of stuff, that you'd be like, like as Oprah said, the aha moment, like, Eva, run, girl, like, girl, run. Like, why he was, the way he is. It was a lot going on. So he probably been crazy since childhood.
Yeah, and he was beating on Eva, she was giving her this for real. So
no, he was giving her this.
No, yeah, he was messing her up. So she wasn't the Eva from All the Queen's Men. I wish maybe that's where her character came from.
And madam. Like, she probably was, envisioning
madam then. She went madam.
She was envisioning madam. Like, that's probably her alter ego when he left. But not while he was there.
Yeah, not while he was there. She went madam then. She was getting beat. We're not laughing at her getting beat.
We're not laughing at her being beat because it's serious, but because sometimes when you in those situations, you do make up characters in your head sometimes to survive. Like, you make up like, oh, I'm strong, I'm this person, I'm such and such. But they say good actors, good actors pull from situations.
Like, she's been through trauma. I like Eva. I've been watching her since Top Model. I remember when she was on Top Model. So
me too. I remember the infamous tarantula on her face. Woo, girl.
She had that little head, and then, she was the shortest one and started that drama in the house. I remember. So, I mean, with Drew, I don't feel like it's necessary for him to adopt your kids. I don't know why it's a big deal to you. He's already the stepfather, and the dad is not dead. The dad is not in jail. I can see if he was dead or in jail, but you got to give this man an opportunity to be a father to this child. Don't just X him out of this man's life. I mean, the child's life. Just
it's so crazy. It's sad.
Even if he's not doing what he's supposed to do right now as a father, give him the opportunity to where in the future, if he wants to get his life together and be a father for his child, that he can do that. And still have a stepfather. They're always, that's still gonna be his stepfather.
I don't know why a lot of women like the fantasy. They love the fantasy of, like, we are family. That's not, if he adopts it, it's not going to make him treat that boy any different. Yeah. You understand? It's not going to make him
really his child.
Yeah, because you could tell Ralph is one of those people. You could, like, from my perspective, probably, my opinion, you will see the difference between his kid and other people and someone else's kid, and that's not going to change with the adoption. That's not going to change it. If you want it to be a cohesive family and everybody be the same, hyphenate the little boy's name. Let him keep his father's name and give him Ralph's last name too.
I wouldn't do that to my child. If I was in that situation, I would let my child stay with their dad's name.
That's it. But if she was like, sometimes you want that, like a lot of women, I would speak for women, like a lot of women, they want all their kids to have the same last name. They want everybody in the house to have the same last name. not my preference, but I know personally a lot of women that's like that. Like, no, I want all of us to have the same last name and such, so we could be a family. We a family. We're not a family until we all have the same last name. And I'm like, if she's so desperate for that, adoption is not going to make a difference. Because if he's side-eyeing the child, and I believe she did mention something last season about him treating the child different than the rest of his kids, he's going to still treat the child different. It's still not going to be his biological kid. Some people are not built like that. You know what I'm saying? And God bless the people who are that can take in other people's kids and treat them just like they're his own. But some people,
I don't even want kids of my own. So
yeah, I mean, but some people are just not like that. They just you can see the difference. It's not.
But I do want to address this comment. Faith is the substance. When I say Drew made it a big deal, she said in their conversation that she has to work through it and get past the fact that he will not be adopting the kids. I know he said it and he probably thought about it. It was like, do I really want to do this? And it's really unnecessary. I agree with Ralph on this. It's not necessary.
And as a man, it's just certain things. You don't adopt another man's child. You're not trying to
take this man's child. Like,
and you know this man. It's not like he never seen this man. This man has never been around. You know what I'm saying? You know this man. So it's a little disrespectful for you to, and as a man, I think Ralph understands that. And also, I think he don't want to be responsible for the kid, because Ralph gives me because when I leave you, I'm taking care of my two, and I don't know you and other one. That's what he gives me.
That part, and I also think that once again, this man is still alive. He may be in LA or wherever he's at, but he's still alive. He still can communicate with his son. He still wants to be a part of his life, to my understanding. So
Drew, get over it. Ralph does not want to adopt. Ralph is not the father. In the words of Maury, he is not the father. Now he
ain't giving no extra kids McDonald's.
Right. No. If y'all break up, God forbid, if y'all get a divorce, he's only bringing McDonald's for his kids.
Ralph gives that. He gives that. I'm only.
Yeah, he get like, and she knows that. And obviously, she mentioned something last season pertaining to that situation that he treated Josiah. Because I remember I think the son named Josiah. Because she was like, because Josiah and you with Josiah, and she's trying to force her, girl, get over it. He's not the father. This is what happens when you marry.
I think Ralph is already disconnected. I think he's disconnected.
Yeah,
physically, like. Actually,
but that's what she said. He's disconnected from Josiah, and like she sees the difference between the other children and the way Josiah is, but. That's the man you chose, so
you want it. And while we're at it, I know this is petty, but I have a thing with Ralph's beard. I was looking at it and I was like, why does it go? You know what I'm talking about?
Well, you are the resident beard expert, so
I'm just trying to figure it out. Maybe it's the style now, but he has it like cut down here like a triangle on both sides.
I don't know.
It's not like a connecting beard. It's like he cuts it off like right here, and then I don't know. It just
so it's giving the Captain Crunch beard, like
it's like giving like I don't know, a cat. It reminds me of a cat. It just
but yeah, because I think that's how Captain Crunch has his beard. You know, comes down and it's like
it's like a weird triangle shape.
It's like choo.
I don't understand it. Maybe it's the new style. But I don't think you can call that a beard. I think that's like an aftershave. I don't know what that is, but I do understand Ralph's position. However, Josiah,
hey Chris,
biological father, needs to step up and be diligent in building that relationship. True, but give him the opportunity to do so.
I think if Drew could X that man completely out the picture, she would. I think truly, if she could just forget that man ever existed,
unfortunately, you can't do that,
right? And she don't have the type of man that will allow her to do that, because Ralph is going to let you know that Josiah is not his. He's going to let you know Josiah is the other man. Mm-hmm. These are mine. You know what I'm saying? These came from me.
I still don't know how they're together. I don't think Ralph is happy. I think he's getting his needs met elsewhere. I think that he meets up with whoever he meets up with. I think he has side pieces.
Yeah, he definitely gives me he has side pieces. Allegedly.
Let me put up the alleged because that's the energy. That's the energy that was coming off of him.
Because he just gives me slick. Like if he could get away with it.
He's always The reason why I feel that way is because he's always like talking negatively about Drew. He never says you're beautiful. He always talking down to her. Your wig's messed up. You look, your makeup is messed up. You look stupid. Your clothes is.
But he's that type of dude
your body
that
shape.
likes to take a girl down a peg or two, and he feels that he's not doing that because I'm not hitting you, I'm not beating on you, but I'm going to talk down to you. And Drew is a beautiful woman. Like, she slept with Geraldine, and we really don't like her for that. But at the end of the day, she's a beautiful girl. And for him, I think he's tried to make her feel down like he's superior. Like if you feel not confident enough, like she probably don't feel confident enough to go out there and flirt or do the same stuff that he's doing because he done talked about her wigs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and she's looking for that validation from him.
I have been around somebody that I really liked, and that's ignored a lot of toxic stuff. And I know what it's like to ignore like a lot of toxic behavior simply because you're in love with the person or whatever. And I get that, Drew. But at some point, you got to look at it and be like, you know what? He's always dogging me. He always talking negative on me. I want better for myself. Eventually, you should get to that point. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think she just needs to step up and look in the mirror and comb those edges back. Look in the mirror, girl, and get the alcohol, the 99, like the 90% alcohol, and just dab the edges and loosen the edges up. And because you need all that gel they don't put down on them edges, brush them edges back like this.
Cut the lace back. Cut
the lace back and the edges back, and look in the mirror and say, "God damn it, I am Drew Sidora. I slept with Derwin on the game. You're not going to tell me what to do, or you're not going to put me down. I am Drew."
And she was T-Boz. Let's not forget her that she was T-Boz.
Right, and she played in Never Die Alone, the movie with DMX, from the Donald Goins book. I love that book. The movie wasn't all that, but she did play a good role, and she got killed in there. She died
in the game since she was a kid. I remember when she was on Tiana.
Right.
That's for the people that's older.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. Drew, you are Drew Sidora. You look in that mirror, and you matter of fact, you look at Ralph, and you lead with your pinky, like Wendy said, and you go up in his face, and you tell him, "Let me tell you, son, you slick. Your nickel is not slick because I got your penny change. Because I am Drew Sidora." And then you walk away. That's how you do that.
But also, it's just like he always got a blind Drew, and that's the part that
she blindsides herself. I'm telling you,
I just feel like if you're a couple, you got to be united. You got to have like similar thinking. You got to be on the same page. Why your wife don't know that you're writing a book, and you already got the publisher coming to the house, and she got full makeup on. She got green shadow, pink lip.
She was ready to go.
Purple cheeks. She came ready, and you're not ready, Drew. But the publisher came ready to your house.
I think this is something that
the publisher seemed like she wanted something because she came a little bit too prepared. Like,
well, Ralph is a nice looking guy, Drew. Drew's gonna have her competition. That's why I said if she don't put her foot down and let him know who the hell she is, he gonna keep playing her. And at the point she's playing herself. Because after the first 2 times somebody try you and play in your face, and you keep letting them play in your face. Mm-hmm. And you keep not letting him know that you are Drew Sidora, he's gonna keep doing it.
That might mean something to somebody. That might mean something to somebody. So we're gonna move over to this Jamaican.
So Ralph don't care. He don't care.
He don't give a damn. So we're gonna get to the part where they go into Jamaica. Marlo decides to bring her florist. Do you have anything to say about the florist?
Well, she did say that she brought her florist, and that, when they get to the hotel, she can have some nice flower arrangements.
She wanted flower arrangements in her room. Like, he brought flowers. I didn't see him with flowers.
Yeah, that's how I know. Was the flowers in the luggage? Does he have a specific florist in Jamaica that he knows, to set up that arrangement?
Marlo is trash. Like, y'all remember when they was in Africa and she was talking about the gay guy who was throwing the party, and she called him the F word, and and she used them she uses gay people for a style, for hair, for, being luxurious and fabulous, but you still using that word behind their back, and then you're going to bring an accessory on the trip. You brought him as an accessory. Let's be clear. You did not bring him as your friend. This is my florist. You didn't say this is my friend. This is my florist.
Yeah, this is my like, girl. Like, you have a personal florist. Like,
you have a florist. Okay. Hey, thick girl. Hey, Yvette. You have a personal florist.
Hey, girl. Hey, Yvette.
So we're gonna move on from that. And I also didn't like the fact that I felt like Sanya was throwing a lot of shade at Kenya for no reason. Like, are you just up Marlo's ass to where you're just gonna start attacking Kenya now? Because you know she's single. Why are you making it obvious on the bus that she didn't bring anybody on the trip? I got my husband, but Kenya, you didn't bring nobody on the trip. What's like? I would have been pissed. Like, don't
like in saying you jumping into the gun on the wrong team, wrong road. In the words of Portia, wrong road.
Like, he ain't like. It's not possible for your husband to be stepping out if he wants to. He probably tired of
And like, and you know, a lot of the ladies' situation. Why do you just don't make it optional? Like, what is the big deal with couples trip? A couples trip. Like, look, we're going on a trip because the show is basically about you ladies. The show is not about your husbands. Your husbands are just a bonus. Like, they're, So you're gonna be like, look, we're going on a trip. You can bring your husband if you want to. Don't if you don't. I know you don't have. If you want to bring a plus one, leave it optional. Don't make it a big and force these and make her feel uncomfortable. Like, like she don't have a man, and making her feel uncomfortable. And Marlo, like, you're in the same boat as Kenya, a little bit worse off because you didn't never have a husband.
Actually,
you're worse off and you're gonna bring your florist. Who brings your florist? Like, first of all, how do you have a florist? Like, your own personal florist? Like,
this reunion for this show is gonna be messy. Candy said, "Oh, she didn't want to bring her sponsors on the trip."
Of course not. Probably not.
The sponsors do not want to be on the trip. They just want to, do what they want to do to you. On top of you.
And plus they probably hedge fund owner, hedge fund people. They don't got time for that. They like, what do you got time for you to?
They don't want to be seen. They have wives.
They don't want to be seen with you. You come to hotels. You know what I'm saying? You know.
They meet you at the Motel 6 because they have a wife. They have a wife and they don't want to be seen anywhere, so that people might know them. So they meet you at the Motel 6.
Yeah, allegedly she may have a fleet of Big Papas.
And one thing I can't with Marlo is you're going to Jamaica, but you got a fur on. You got a fur. You put your fur on to go to Jamaica.
Marlo is so tacky.
Leave the room, like people like that. I could not be cool with. You are not coming with me to Jamaica with some fur on, and you wore the fur while you was in Jamaica. Like, it wasn't. I'm sure it was warm out there, and you still got the fur on.
Marlo, like, look, I'm gonna put this fur on, and I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna, just hop past the.
But that's how much she wants you to see her labels. That's how much she wants you to see whatever she bought or whatever was gifted to her by her men or her pappies that came through her house. One thing,
it's just sad that her whole status in life is it goes on what you wearing and what brand names you have on, what. Like, and that's sad. Like, that's how she feels. Like I said, if it's trash, it's trash. You can put a lipstick on a pig all day long. It's still a pig. Like I said, so we don't care how you decorate yourself or dress yourself up. You are who you are, and you're gonna show who you are. Sure. It's gonna bleed out. Like I said, this don't matter. Like all these wigs and stuff like that. When I take this off and I look in the mirror and I see who I am inside, that's what matters. Your face, God forbid, could get destroyed. Like you don't know. Like, pretty one day, tore up the next, you know what I'm saying? But it's who you are inside. Like, your inside is clearly rotten.
Yeah, exactly. Thick Girl says, I hope Kenya and Candy drag the F out of Sanya and Sheree for co-signing for Marlo. I hope they all get dragged. Kenya has already been dragging Sanya. She's been seeing a few things with Sanya already. And I'm glad that Kenya is calling it out because Sanya is a following ass.
And then you follow it on the wrong team. Like, girl,
everything you do is so unoriginal. It's like everything that you say, I can say another housewife that has said it. Everything that you've done. This is like the 5th or 6th Jamaica trip that we've been on Housewives of Atlanta. Like,
yeah, she's definitely a fan of the show.
Be original. Like I know this is like the third or fourth time they've been to Jamaica on the show, at least.
Yeah, but you can tell she's a fan of the show. Like I said in the beginning, Ting is not she's not new to this reality thing. So she's doing like what she think is she's trying to follow a game plan.
She's trying to be like that shady fun girl.
Yeah, but girl, it's not working for you, girl. You have to stop it. Don't serve any more dry beef patties anymore.
Because you're shading you're really shading for no reason. You shade Kenya because she's single. You knew she was single before the trip. She just got a divorce. But you're praising Sheree and having a whack party for Sheree. And I'm glad Kenya called you out for having dry ass chicken at the thing.
They didn't even have but and Sheree shady ass one, they didn't even have no white meat. They didn't have no
Sheree was being shady too, and that was her party. But you all up Sheree butt and Marlo butt. You ran it with the wrong team.
That's what I said. Wrong road. Wrong road.
One thing I did notice is I don't like that Monyetta is not really being shown on the show. I felt like they showed glimpses of them, but I felt like they didn't really let Monyetta get like a real guest role. Like how Marlo was a guest, but she was like on the show just as much as the Housewives.
Yeah. And I think she's just she's not she doesn't know exactly when to jump in. I think this is all new to her. And she doesn't know when or how to jump in. Because she did mention that, like, I don't know what to say because I don't really know these ladies, you know what I'm saying? So, but I think if she jumps in more, maybe they need to have a sit down. Maybe it's coming up. It should come that maybe
it's coming a little bit this episode, but it's like you say like a sentence or two.
Girl, but I need to get down to your uterus, Monyetta. You got I gotta cross my legs and lean in. Girl, you got a story to tell, and I need to get all down in your fallopian.
No,
I need to go down to
pictures of Neo when he was little. She was
right. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna need to get into your fallopian tube.
She knew what was going on with Neo before she got married.
She saw his legs in the air push back.
She saw them pictures with him with that piercing under his lip, with him with his lips in the camera like this and doing.
He was giving sexy turtle. He was giving.
She knew what was up with Neo. She was in it for the money. I don't blame her. You know.
No, but I'm not burning out my fallopians and my tubes for the money. Like, but I'm saying you have a story.
Imagine she was there for the sex, because
I said, but she has a story that would be interesting. But I think they should have like her and Candy sit down, and Candy, you know how they coach, they set up the scene, and Candy asks her, well, how you feeling? You know, your new husband, does he want kids? And whatever, and that could start the conversation about how Neo dragged her to the clinic and made her, allegedly made her burn out her fallopians.
He made her burn her fallopian tubes.
Yeah, they said that she could no longer because he didn't want no more kids. He told look, we're married. I don't want no more kids. We have our kids, and whatever. You go get fixed. So instead of her tying her tube, she burnt them out.
She burnt them out for Neo.
Yeah, and then he went on to divorce her and have babies with this other young lady that he's in the process. I guess they're getting divorced now because he was down to the thing cheating with prostitutes and hookers and hoes allegedly.
Oh my gosh,
she has a story. That's what I'm saying. So I want to know. I don't know how comfortable her husband is with her discussing her ex-husband. But girl, basically, you here because of your ex-husband.
Wasn't she on another show? Wasn't she on
Hollywood Exes? Atlanta Exes.
Atlanta Exes. Like, that's a throwback for your ass. Like, I remember the show. But
and she mentioned the tubes then. And I'm saying, but you have a story to tell because a lot of people don't know. So that's an interesting story. Like, what would possess you? How in love was you? What would possess you to burn out your fallopian tube for some man that was laid out like this? Look at his kingdom.
This is Monyetta's ex,
y'all. That's her baby daddy. That's the father of her children.
That's who she let bust down on her. And
that's who she let burn out her fallopian tube.
And she let him burn her tubes. This is the guy. Y'all see him? I want to know this storyline. I already know the storyline, but I want to hear you say the story.
Right, and Candy could usher that in and sit down and they can have a conversation because Monyetta, you need to jump in here. You seem interesting. Your husband seemed interesting. I want to know more about him as well.
He
like,
seemed kind of funny because he was laughing at point.
Yeah, because he was laughing and his ponytail. He slicked back his ponytail. He was like, "Look,
Manetta, what's going on, Manetta?"
He got on a white stocking cap.
Manetta, this is on the internet. This is your baby dad. He was laughing. He was laughing.
Yes, he was in there cracking up, getting his life. Like, is this how it goes down? Invite me to every dinner. He was like, invite me to every dinner because this is how it goes down.
But I mean, that's the part that I want to know. Like, what's really going on with that situation? Like, it's a lot of pictures out there.
Like, did you think that he was? Did you have this ideas about him? You want to have your own individuality, but girl, we need to know about Neo, and we want to know, like, can you have a baby? Because they say, with technology now, modern medicine, they can fix the burnt out tubes.
I don't know, but I think once you burn your tubes, they're done. Like
they said, if I'm not mistaken, they said now it's a procedure that can reverse that.
So you gonna let him back in, Manetta?
Like, she? Oh, child.
You gonna let him back in?
He said, "Lately, his decision was a mistake."
Did he? Does it look like an arch? Did he arch his eyebrows?
His eyebrows look better than his eyebrows. I can't even get my eyebrows like that. I've been trying to get the Neo eyebrows for years.
This is what the people is putting up for display. That's what they said your baby daddy looked like. That's what they said he was doing back in the day.
Like, you gotta ask her, Manetta, do you ever?
I wonder if I'm being messy by bringing this up. Like, but let's just look at some photographs that we was able to see.
Look at young Neo. Was that a fur Kango?
I think it is. I think it's also like a perm on the right.
Oh, and that perm that is giving duck, like, all I see is what's the three ducks? Scrooge Duck nephews.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely giving DuckTales. Woo!
But I just want to know, was this the style? Is this what the guys was doing back in the day, or is it?
I never seen a perm that straight, personally, but I don't know if he used the TCB or the Dark and Lovely or the pink or perm, but I don't know, but that was a straight perm.
It looks like Just For Me. I think it was Just For Me.
No, to get it that straight, because Just For Me is for kids, so they don't even put all the lie in, and he had all the lie in his hand. That was extra strength. Like,
ooh, okay.
That was the perm that, 1 minute too long, you ball. You go to rinse your hair, you rinsing. But I bet if he wet his hair like that, all his hair would have just fell in the sink. Everything.
But he delivered now, so we're just gonna move forward.
He delivered on the hookers.
He's delivered. So another thing, Stanya, for Kenya's birthday, you want to put rose petals in the swines on her bed. That's shade to me because that's like,
yeah, it's romantic.
That's more romantic, like for couples, and you're trying to be funny. Like
I think that.
Like I would have fought Stanya. Are you trying to be funny on my birthday? Like seriously, are you trying to be funny? If you wanted to have a birthday something, you could have got balloons, got a cake. But you got rose petals and like a swan, and you try to make her feel bad for being single. Like, come on now.
Yeah, and I think so. And I think she was low key trying to shade her as well with the guy when they was passing by and the thing, and they did the U-turn to the guy. But she is Kenya Moore, the Kenya Moore. She is Miss USA. What you thought that guy was going to do? Turn Kenya down, please. You know what I'm saying?
Let's get to that part. So we're gonna skip past Todd not drinking no more because that's boring. We're going to go to where they get to Jamaica. They're going to the hotel, and Kenya sees a guy that she liked, and he was waving to her, and they start talking, and they end up turning the little thing around, and she got the number. I thought it was cute. I feel like you're on vacation. You're on vacation. A lot of people hook up on vacation, and they not necessarily have relations, but you meet a lot of different cool people on vacation who are there just to have fun like you are. And You know,
At this point, I was watching
vacation.
90 Day Fiance and the overseas version, and a lot of things go down on vacation. Like
That's what I was thinking. Like on 90 Day Fiance, all of them say that they met their spouses on vacation.
when that white girl met the Jamaican guy down to Jamaica at hedonism at some freak
Are you talking about the Canadian lady who married the Jamaican guy?
She ended up marrying. I'm not sure if she's Canadian or not. She was kind of heavy.
White. She was white, and she was from a small town.
And she was kind of heavy. Yeah.
No, I'm thinking of a different.
This one was pregnant. She ended up going on a trip to Jamaica, or whatever.
Was he Nigerian?
No, this one. No, I know which one you're talking about. He was from the small town with no black people at the town, and I know you're talking about the African guy. And he was a male underwear model when she met him, because I think she met him in Japan. And they end up going like their separate ways or whatever like that. But she ended up getting pregnant and having a baby. And as soon as he came up and stayed with her, she got pregnant right back again after her parents told her, don't go out and get pregnant again. You got pregnant the first night. You didn't even want the man to come see you home and see his son. You were trying to take him to the hotel. Mm-hmm. I'm like, women be hard up for penis. I never in my life knew, honestly, because I'm just not a person like that. I've never been like overly sexual, like, oh my God, I gotta get, you know what I'm saying? That's just not me. I think I may be an asexual, maybe, but women, I never knew women is that desperate out here for penis.
They are very desperate. Like,
she did not want the man wants to go meet his son for the first time. She's like, no, but we got a sitter and I'm gonna go to the hotel. I'm like, the man never seen his son in person. This is his first time come, to you. He's trying to go see she was trying to take this man to the hotel. I'm like, hard up. You couldn't wait till the next day? Let the man see his child? Girl.
They be want to get the groove back like Kenya. And I'm not mad at her, because Kenya, have fun, do what you do. But also we got to have Marlo hating. Oh, did she ask for the number or did he ask for the number? Oh, that's right. I know she asked for it. Like, who cares, Marlo? You just look like a hater.
But she look like a whole fool, because like Kenya is Kenya. I think Kenya, regardless of if you don't like her or not, Kenya is gorgeous.
And she is gorgeous, and she's gonna turn heads, and she could get any guy she wants.
Yeah, because I didn't even know why she was pretending to be kin with that other guy.
But like the ladies mentioned, like when she's around men, she kind of softens up, especially single men. She softens up like a lot of women do. Let's be clear. Like when y'all around single men, y'all do soften up. It's not be y'all true self. So let's just keep it. Let's keep it 100 on that, and let's talk about briefly Sheree saying her stuff don't stink. Boring. Like, I'm sick of Sheree.
Right. It probably don't, because if you eat one chip, usually it don't. And plus she probably eat. But the doctors will tell you your bowel movement is not supposed to smell. And
it is supposed to. If you're,
but depending on what you eat, because a lot of times, like if you don't, because I noticed that when I don't eat, like I haven't been eating like junk food and fried foods and stuff like that. I've been eating more like raw salmon and avocados, and it don't. I could use the bathroom and get out, and I don't even have to use the poopery.
Sheree, do we need to know that?
I know that was just uncalled for. Like, who asked you? I need to know where did the
conversation. We smelling our boo boo. Do our boo boo stay? Do we have to? Like, listen, if you're detoxing, your boo-boo gonna stink. If you eat meat, your boo-boo gonna stink. But only if you eat, like, vegetables.
Because if you eat vegetables and a lettuce here and there. But one thing I can say...
lettuce here and there.
But I could say the food must have been good, because everybody was eating. Nobody want to talk. Because you could tell the food was good, because they was like...
It looked like it was good, because I saw some lobster. I was looking at their plates. That's something I'm guilty of. I be looking at people's plates on TV.
Me too.
I'm like, I saw they had lobster.
Me too. I want to see the vegetables is crisp.
I'm looking at the entrees, the sides.
It's so bad. So I'm pausing the TV.
I'm just looking at it.
It's bad because I'm pausing the TV to see what they got on their plate. Like, wait, what you got?
So we are gonna go on a quick commercial break, and we are gonna talk about the dinner that they had in Jamaica, and we're gonna get to the bullcrap, the meat and the crust of this episode. So y'all make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll be right back after this.
Hey guys, hope you're having a good time. By the way, don't forget, hit that like button. And if you're liking, you might as well subscribe. And drop a comment below. Come on, guys. Let's get into it.
Hey y'all, we are back and let's get to this dinner. So let's talk about Kenya first. She's texting the guy that she met at the resort that they're staying at, and he said he there with his brother and he would like to go out. They were texting back and forth on WhatsApp. I think if you're meeting someone for the first time, WhatsApp is a good tool if you don't want to give out your real phone number. So you could be texting with them all day and you don't have to give your real number. I think it's a different number on WhatsApp.
I'm not even sure. I have to download it because I only used it like a couple of times for the video. Like I think the video,
but I do think the way it works is that you can text from like a different number. It don't have to be your.
I gotta check my husband's phone.
But she's texting him and seeing what's up. Will he go to dinner? She gets dressed for the dinner, and I think she looks great in her dress that she wore. And I think she knew what she was doing as well. I think she wanted some D probably later on. Let's be clear, we're all grown.
Like you knew what she was up to.
I think she wanted some D, and he was licking his lip. He was looking over there, and he was dressed, and he looked good too.
Yeah, so he was a nice looking guy.
So he's supposed to be from London. I forgot his name, but they said it. But
yeah.
It's the guy she met at the resort. Granted, she just met him that day, so I'm not sure why everybody was grilling him. They just met, so she don't even know him like that.
Right.
I mean, they're just getting to know each other. All they know is their name and what they look like.
But Marlo was getting on my nerves with those little shady remarks at the table. Like Marlo, just stop. You making her the moment, like she says. Mm-hmm. She is the moment in your eyes. Mm-hmm. You're making her the moment.
She's jealous. She's jealous of Kenya. Kenya has everything that she really wanted. Even though Marlo talks about Kenya being single, but Kenya was married. Kenya had a baby. Mm-hmm. Kenya has her own business that's not a hand-me-down.
But
business.
Kenya is Kenya. Kenya didn't get her married or she didn't buy her way in the circle.
Yeah, let's talk. Well, we're gonna get to that.
She didn't buy her way in the circle, and she's Kenya Moore. Like regardless, like I said again, with Marlo with the labels, regardless of how many labels you could put on Chanel, you could be Chanel down, Gucci down to the socks, girl. But you are still Marlo Hampton. You understand? Like that's who you are always going to be known as. You're going to be known as, regardless if it's true or not, because we didn't see you with the white men getting money. But that's what everyone assumes of you. And that's why you try to buy the clothes to make yourself feel clean. You'll always be dirty.
Always. And she showed why in this episode. So at the dinner, we're going to skip past this because we already talked about this. Ralph decided he doesn't want to, adopt the child. So they talk about that. Then they talk about, while they're talking about it, Marlo has so much to say about Ralph deciding that he doesn't want to adopt. When she kicked her nephews out.
Right.
And she was, out of everybody, I can see why Candy said what she said when she addressed her. Like, why are you the one having so much to say? Because I said the nerve.
You just tell your nephews get the F out. Like
you kicked your nephews out, and like Candy said, she took in family members and she never kicked them out and told them to get the F out.
Granted, and she said she's still involved. She's still,
she is because she helped them get jobs over at Old Lady Gang.
Mm-hmm. He frying chicken. That chicken did look good.
Listen, I'm pretty sure I would love to work for a family member instead of these corporate people because those family members are going to let you slide with a lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. These corporate people are not going to let you slide with.
Right.
They don't give a damn about you. At least you got a supervisor that actually give a damn about you. Mm-hmm. So, I would much rather be working, like, if I knew somebody who had like a stable business that could pay me what I'm worth,
Right.
I would do that, but you gotta pay. But can't be just get a homie discount, but you gotta pay.
Yeah, that's like a catch-22 working with family too, because sometimes family wants you to go above and beyond without paying you
family,
extra because you are family. You understand? Like, well, remember in 1992,
about Candy,
was your pair, of sneakers, like you had, but that was in 1992.
Yeah. But I mean, a lot of these girls do have. Some of these girls have stuff going on, and then we have the other half that is like 15 years in it, and we still don't have a fashion line from you, Sheree. But you always got your.
She says Cummins, spring, winter, spring, summer, fall.
And let's talk about Sheree being neutral in the whole Candy Marlo fight at the dinner. Sheree is neutral because Sheree really don't like Candy. And I hope Candy sees that. And I hope at the reunion she addresses Sheree and she goes at Sheree, because Sheree do not like Candy at all. She don't. And whenever Marlo says something flippant, like she said something about Todd, Candy putting Todd above the mom and
like the mother, like how she put her mother above Todd.
Yeah,
like how your mother,
and she paying for Todd and she paying for all this other stuff.
That's how like she came
for nothing.
She came for both of Candy's Achilles heels at the same time. She came for mama and husband. Mm-hmm. I wanted Candy to get up and be like, "I'll drag you in this bitch." That's what
she was eating her up though. She was eating her up. Like I will say that I felt like Candy was eating Marlo up, and Marlo, she doesn't know how to read. Marlo doesn't know how to read at all. Candy knows how to read a little bit, but when she get mad, that's when it comes out. But Marlo don't know how to read. She's about like Martell when it comes to reading.
Yeah, Marlo's real stiff and rehearsed. But like you were saying, Sheree does not. I've been saying Sheree doesn't like Candy ever since the Africa trip. I think season 2 or 3. She does not like Candy. When she blatantly lied on Candy and said that Candy said Kim said she wouldn't hold little black Candy, did not say nothing like that. I think Sheree knew that Candy didn't say anything like that, and she said it on purpose. And it's a lot of things when her and Candy, you could tell like the difference. She doesn't like Candy.
And even when she first got on the show, I remember she was calling Candy a sugar mama.
Mm-hmm.
And she was taking care of all the boys in town. So what are you doing, Marlo? You're not taking care of the boys. You're letting the boys take care of you, the good old boys.
Probably she wanted Candy to be her sugar mama because Candy, did get her a show.
I do think that she's strictly dickly, and like she's one of those women that I could tell she just wants the ride for money. That's all she wants.
Certain when you get into those lifestyles of sleeping with people for money, at the end sometimes it's whoever got the largest account, whoever got the biggest wallet. Because I could see her down to the thing with a Rosie O'Donnell or
Rosie.
She's only date the white. I could see her with a white, a white lesbian. I could see it with maybe
like a
Ellen DeGeneres, in the back of the scenes.
Probably, and maybe like a Doja Cat situation. She probably let them call her all types of in the bedroom. That's probably what she like. Figures just can't wait for the link to drop. Got some not so nice words from Marlo. Yeah,
Marholo. We're gonna call her Marholo.
Marholo, because she disrespected Todd, and what she said was disrespectful to Todd.
It was like, and Todd is saying right there, like
it's not like Todd is a bum. Todd has been working, and Todd said that you bought your way into the circle, which I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Because Todd was a producer, and I've been watching the show since the beginning. I remember with that season when they went to Africa and when Candy met Todd, and Marlo is that jealous friend that's always single, and when that other friend gets married or gets with someone, she bitter and lonely, and she always been bitter and lonely, and that's why Candy called her out and called her lonely girl.
Yeah, bye lonely.
You bitter and lonely.
Yeah, because she only has her things to hug her at night. You know what I'm saying? That furrow is not going to keep you warm at night, Marlo. That Gucci is not going to wrap its arms around you. That Chanel double C's is not going to hold your curves. You know, it's not going to do that, Marlo. This is why I said you will always be who you are, and that's what happens at night. People like that at night when they look in the mirror and they're by themselves and reflect on the day. They're very lonely and sad. Like that's why she's very angry. You know, because like you said, you know, the white men are probably just taking you to the hotel and telling you to get out
and release it on your face.
Yeah, they're not cuddling with you afterwards. You know, after they done busted down and you know, and it's dripping from your
face, it calls you all types.
Right after it's dripping from your chin, they're not going to even reach down. They're gonna just throw. They're reaching down. They're throwing the towel at you like this.
Rag on your
Wait a minute, they're not even a wash rag.
and tell you to get in the kitchen, fix him a sandwich.
They don't even want her to cook. They just want her to go. Don't cook it.
Todd says she bought the way into the circle. Candy talks about how she went out of her way and got Marlo a show. I feel like Candy always going out of her way for friends, and it's always backfiring. You know, she did it with Kim. She did the song with Kim. The song blew up, and then Kim wanted to take all the money at the end.
Yeah, act like she don't know her.
Like Candy wasn't the one that produced, wrote, gave you the song, edited your voice. You don't want to get nothing.
You sitting there smoking in the bushes. Smoking in the bushes.
She really made that song decent, and I did like.
And then forced you and gave you, and then lied to you. Candy blatantly lied to you and said that you could do something, like to make you feel confident enough to go back in the booth. You didn't even want to go in the booth, like
if you have a friend like that, like
hey Kimmy Nicole,
hey Kimmy, because Candy seems like she's real supportive and she's always giving to other people. Like she's not really selfish. I do see her giving back a lot to her family, to her community, you know, to her friends. And when she got Marlo the show, and Marlo, from what I heard, was being a diva on set, and let Candy tell her you was trying to be a guest back on Housewives of Atlanta, so you was really not really trying to be over there on your own shit because you have nothing to offer.
Right.
You have nothing to offer besides being a sidekick. Which is why sometimes I feel like the friend role is better for some people than a peach holder role. Maybe that friend role is better for you because we can take you in small doses.
Yeah, but she just doesn't have the it factor. Like some people have, like Nene had an it factor. She did have an it factor. She doesn't have that it factor. She's like a friend of. Like sometimes you can't just hold it down by yourself. Like she's one that just can't hold it down. And she probably was scared with the show because a lot of people want the success. They want, but they're scared to step out on their own. And, you know, it would have been probably a conflict of interest because I do believe the show was slated to go on WeTV. So maybe she would have to, you know, relinquish her Bravo and go with WeTV. And she probably wasn't willing to do that because Bravo was a guarantee. Like she probably like, you know, they know me over here. But if I step out on my own, will I be successful? Maybe not, but I already know people like me over here. So I don't want to go back and forth. If you bad, bitch, step out on your own.
And, you know, she don't have as much money as she proclaimed to. You know, her stuff got broken into recently. And she want to talk about Candy is local. Candy, like she said, when they went to Japan, they was playing her music in Japan on the radio.
Right, music she was singing
on the
and music she was writing.
Imagine going to another country and your music is still being played. Like, let's be clear. Candy, we make jokes about Candy, but she is worldwide.
Right, because every man wants a woman.
Every man wants a woman.
Every man wants a woman.
Every man wants a woman. Candy is worldwide. Like the songs that she's written, you could go to Africa. They'll be played in Africa. They'll be played in Europe. They will be played in Asia.
Because no scrubs alone. You know,
no scrubs alone, and a lot of that stuff.
Bills. I believe she wrote Destiny's Child. Like,
yeah, she did a lot of stuff for Destiny's Child. So
Justin Timberlake. The list goes on. Candy is worldwide.
And we're gonna have to let y'all get on here and read "Lonely Lady" in just a second. We're not talking negatively about Candy, thick girl. I'm talking positively.
Yeah, because Candy is worldwide. Like Marlo trying to come for Candy. Candy is worldwide.
I like Candy, and I feel like she ate Marlo up, but She could have did more, but I don't feel like Marlo deserves all that. Like, you're on vacation.
Because I would have just put her all the way out. I would have to, because you came for Candy's Achilles heel too at the same time, in the same breath. Like, you know, don't mess with my man. Don't mess with my mama. Don't mess with my man.
You know, it's Marlo. She's a hater. Like, she's a hater all around.
Right, but I think Tar gave her a good gut punch. With girl, you bought your way into the circle. Even with Phaedra, I was here with Phaedra. He was like, "Girl, Phaedra didn't know you or your mugshots because Phaedra would not have been down to the store shopping with you if she'd known about them damn mugshots. So she did find out about the mugshots during the show, and she was like, I didn't know.
I don't even see Phaedra rolling in the same circle.
Circle is Marlo, please.
Yeah, we singing Candy song. We was singing Candy song. So we're gonna add Thick Girl onto the chat. Hey, Thick Girl.
Hey, Thick Girl.
Hey, y'all.
Not Sheree with the tear.
Sheree gonna be crying at the reunion. I hope so.
Pisces twin. I've been saying every goddamn thing that I was typing or thinking this whole goddamn show. I said, look at telekinesis between us two. Look at us being each other's spirit animals.
We here. We not here, but we here.
We see each other.
We see each other.
Exactly. But this episode really solidified that Marlo needs to go.
Yeah, she needs to go.
I don't give a damn how many more episodes is left. I don't care about none of that. The only time she need to come back is for the reunion so they can drag the fuck out of her. She don't need to miss that, but she can miss the rest of these damn episodes because this lady is vile. She don't know what to say out of her mouth. She disrespectful as fuck.
And she's not likable.
Exactly. You have no personality. You can't read. How you gonna be on the damn RHOA? And we all know they read each other down on this show. You can't read, so you like to take low blows, and you go too fucking far.
Hey, Robin.
And your mama. You talked about the lady mama not wanting her. Like, you talked about her baby, called her baby a test tube baby. You sitting right here disrespecting the fuck out of her Todd, like he not sitting there. Like, that's not his wife. Candy a better woman than I ever want to be because I'd have slid across that table and slid her ass. I'm trying to tell you, she'd have been gliding by all the cups, all the forks. You think Monique grabbed Candace over that table? Oh, but that would have been nothing. That would have been a tug. That wouldn't even have been, this would have lasted forever because I'd have beat the bricks off of her.
Right, you came for my mama and my man at the same time.
You told me I wasn't a good parent.
Yeah. But yeah, she had a lot to say about Ralph's situation, which was stupid. I was like, the nerve.
Just sit there and eat your food.
Nerve. For you to have something to say about him not wanting to adopt a child that already has two parents, but you don't even want to adopt your kids your nephews who have nobody.
Not even adopt them. You don't even want them. You
don't want them in your house. You don't
right. You told them to get the F out.
Exactly. You got a nurse. She should have sat there and ate her goddamn food because nobody was talking to you. Nobody was messing with you. But you all, and then you're going to go in the fucking confessional and be the victim like you always try. Kids are off limits. I don't understand why Candy would bring that up. Kids are off limits.
I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking the same thing.
Right. You brought it up.
Right. When you got in that man business, you brought that shit up. Ain't nobody else bring it up. She was just the only one to call you out on it. I don't like this lady because I'm a bad parent because I work all the time. And if I was Candy, I wouldn't ask everybody.
She was working more than Todd. That's what she was trying to insinuate, is that Candy is always working and Todd is always at the house.
Right, and then you heard her say she want a wife. Like, now you just call my husband a wife. Like,
yeah, that's what I said. Marlo would have got the business because you come in like. And my husband is not going to be able to really jump down your throat the way he, probably wanted to because it doesn't look right for a man to right. So then I would have been doing all that he couldn't do, and it would have been a lot more than that.
Oh, that outfit she had on, it wouldn't have been able to go in lay archives. I can tell you that goddamn much. I'd have beat that outfit off her ass.
It would have been lace shredded.
Exactly. And Todd said that on speaker, and he was like, I was trying to be cool, but I really couldn't say nothing because if I'd have got in it, they'd have been like, "You ain't all in the women's business. You a bitch. You a this. You a that." So I really couldn't say what I wanted to say. But my wife handled it. Candy went off in the death speak on, and I know she gonna get Sheree ass too because she talked about when Sheree was like, "Yeah, it's Candy International. It's Candy
She was
Worldwide."
on Broadway.
She was
but
on
Sheree
Broadway.
is a hater
Oh,
too. Sheree
but
is a
that's in New York. Candy talked. She said, "Oh, I saw Sheree try to slide her little comments in." I said, "You better eat these up."
But she tried to give Sheree business advice.
Thank you.
When your business has been struggling for the past 10 years.
Child,
She
I
gave
thought
you business advice and you're following her advice. You're doing what she said do.
Right, and you can get a clothing line together because Lisa Wu did it. Remember when Lisa Wu?
I remember
You
when
put
Lisa
her closet
Whoa.
freak, down to
anybody
the
can do it. I know kids my daughter age is they
I
at
did it in
least making
college.
shirts.
We
They at
did
least know how to. You can't even. All you need is a pair of sweatpants, a
and a
goddamn
designer.
exactly.
Designer.
You can,
That's
or
it.
she could just do like everybody else. Go buy some damn sweatpants, slap your damn label on it, and
Right.
call it a damn day. But
She better go
no,
down to the AliExpress, contact one of them sellers and get it in bulk, and then slap She by Sheree up in there.
and go get you a hot press, and you can do all that shit yourself.
That's what Kim Kardashian does. All she does is slap her name on stuff.
Yeah, because you see Kylie Jenner now with the cheap
I saw her
lip blush.
earbuds.
That thing is on AliExpress, girl, for $1.19 and free shipping. So you done ordered that thing by bulk and slapped your name on it. Gonna have everybody cheeks breaking the fuck out. They're gonna think they have monkeypox messing with you, and you down to the thing selling this for $30 a tube.
I can't stand these people. But did y'all? I know we are talking about RHOA, but child, do you know Martell? People are in Martell comment section about that damn. Did y'all see the? I know you saw the commercial. Did you see the commercial, Shady?
I saw the commercial.
That wasn't. It was a 1980s, late early 90s throwback. I was waiting for Billy D to be the bartender.
Yes,
I
it was
waiting
giving
for
Coke
to
45.
see Isaac or from the Love Boat. Something could. What is this?
It was a Windows 98 movie maker slideshow.
And you had people head cut off.
Yeah, that's something I used to do with the movie maker back in the day. You know, when you used to do the slides with the movie maker for the family reunion.
Right.
That's what it was given for me, but that was the budget that it was looking like. But shout out to him. But I don't think nobody's paying that much for Shutter Home wine.
$40.
We could go to the gas station and get some good Shutter Home.
Cause I got this good bottle, this wine right here. I'm
Go to
telling you.
Walmart.
I buy wine at Kroger too.
Right, this wine right here. This is by Luscious wine. This is Moscato Pinot Noir mix. This is delicious. And when I say delicious, this is very delicious. And this is cost $7.95 a bottle. And this is the small bottle, and the bigger one, the large, like the gallon, is only about $12. And this wine will get you where you need to go. And it's delicious.
Okay, send me the link.
But y'all know people are in his comment section asking for their tracking number. I asked the people that I saw saying they didn't get their tracking number. I nicely replied.
Now they're asking for the tracking number.
I asked them, "Did you get it?" They was like, "No, I haven't got mine." They answered me. I got pictures of I got screenshots on some. No, and it's been 2 weeks. I ordered mine July 29th. I say though. I told y'all not to get a million money.
I want to say happy birthday to my Aunt Robin. Her birthday was Monday. Happy belated birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Robin.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Hey, Nola.
Hey, Aunt Robin.
Happy birthday
to you.
We was talking about Marho and how she, put her foot in her mouth at that table, y'all.
Oh my God! I'm telling you, I would have. I'd have been getting locked up in Jamaica because I would have slid her all the way across.
Yeah, she would have got slitted and slided across. It would have been lobsters flying. I would have had to watch your drinks, people, because she about to go down this table.
And and Monyetta's husband was hilarious to me.
Yes, him
That
and
would
his
have been me. I
ponytail.
would
He
have
was
been
getting his
laughing.
life.
Like that would
I
have been me.
was dying. I was like, this white boy is getting his whole entire life in this drink. And then when Kenya was like, telling Sheree, that's your friend. That's your friend.
And she just
Yes,
looking. She
that's
just
your
looking at
friend.
Sheree.
That's your friend you're going to get dragged with at the reunion. That's your friend.
But
Miss
I think Kenny
Sunshine.
was trying to point out to her, this is what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
This is what I'm saying. This is what she does. And you're
Yeah,
just
Marlo, like you, like why are
but
you doing
Sheree
it?
agrees with it deep down.
Exactly.
Because Sheree doesn't like candy.
I hope Candy sees it for real. Like I really hope Candy knows who her friends are, and I think that's something that
She said she was talking about it. She said she saw her. Said, "Oh, she gonna get her ass too."
Sheree been showing out. Like
Because
this
every opportunity that Sheree gets to throw Candy under the bus or say something negative about Candy, she will use it.
And then Marlo talking about, did she approach him or did he? I know he didn't approach her. Such a mad, gullible, envious, hateful ass down, girl. Look at that lady face card. It's never going to decline.
Right.
What do you mean that she had to approach him?
I mean, I think it's okay if a woman sees a guy that she finds attractive and she wants to say hello. I don't see what the problem.
Yeah, it's nothing wrong with
Marlo, you trying to act like
she had to do
like,
and he was engaged. It wasn't like she was
hey,
making
Barbie's
him
World.
Right,
She
you
looked
thought
like he
Kenya
was-
was broke his neck trying to look back at Kenya. Girl, stop playing like Kenya and can't pull anybody she
Kenya
wants to
could
pull.
pull, and she was looking good in that white dress.
Yes, Kenya looks good. Like they could try to come for her, but you keep like what?
All she can do is talk about her butt and being married to Mark.
Yeah, it's a little hard. We don't know if it's stuffed. We don't know about her butt. It's very questionable.
And her wig, and when she wear a wig.
And but she got hair underneath.
But she doesn't have natural hair, so
exactly.
So we think. Do you think she needs to call Kaya wigologist and to find out how to sit a wig on top of like a lot of hair?
We're not gonna do. Did you see Kaya on the boat with her areolas?
Can't wait with it. Can't wait with it.
I didn't know Kaya areolas was so big.
Yeah, and long.
Oh my god! It's like a big old chocolate chip cookie.
But they caused her, the long nipple.
I was like, oh my god,
what the fucking video? Where is this video at?
She's filming a video for her 20-year-old hit K Wayne. It's an anniversary video. It's the anniversary of K Wayne. She's filming now, but it'll probably be out the next week or two because she's going to edit it herself.
How the hell did you see her nipples?
Kaya was wearing a see-through white dress on the yacht. Did you know what I'm talking about?
That wasn't even a yacht. That wasn't a yacht.
A boat, a yacht, or whatever. And her areola, you can see her areolas through the dress, and I'm like, those are like Chips Ahoy, like right, like two big old Chips Ahoy. But I'm gonna add ranting, but ranting is waiting. So thank you, Thick Girl, for being on the line.
All right, babe. Y'all be safe.
Wait, I didn't use my cracker.
Thank you, Thick Girl.
And get me. Bye.
But yeah, her areolas was like exposed.
Oh my god! But the side can't wait with it. Do the slide can't wait with it. Yes, Kaya.
Okay, that song came out 20 years ago, and you just not putting that.
It's the anniversary. She said, "Being it's the anniversary." She's making.
I'm with it. I'm with it.
And but the thing is, they act like Kaya don't got hits that stick like grits.
She got hits now. She got hits.
And this is what I'm saying. I'm gonna need Trina to go ahead and do a verses with her. But Trina, can anyone name any Trina songs that she did solo, other than The Baddest Bitch?
Pull over?
Head ranting.
I didn't even say nothing, and I'm getting
not true, because I'm waiting for Shady to answer to name a Trina song. Like nobody really knows. Like Trina act like she's like this
F-boy.
The Baddest B. You remember she did Baddest B, right?
But I think that's one of her hits. I'm talking about as far as like a lot of songs. Like she don't even have 10 songs. She's like, you're gonna need 12 songs, at least 10 songs to come complete me.
Did she do that with somebody, or was
you don't even have 10 songs?
What song?
Single Again. Did she do that with somebody, or
She
was
did.
I think somebody's doing them.
So hold on. I'm gonna bring it up. Don't you quack me. I'm looking at.
No, I'm not quacking you.
We're not gonna start. We're not gonna start the timer yet. We talking about Trina. Like I don't know how we got on Trina, but
because we talking about Kaya and her Oreo cookie nipple.
Okay, hold on.
I saw Kaya's areolas.
Oh, I said pull over. She didn't do that with nobody.
Pull over. Okay.
Isn't Trick Daddy on that show?
No.
Trick Daddy. Who is saying whoop whoop? I think that's who.
No,
that whoop,
like
whoop.
I think you're talking about as if like there's another person featured on the song.
Like,
he's just like doing the ad libs, but he not.
But without those ad, but that's what makes the song. I'm talking about holding down a song without nobody. I mean, solo.
No, she didn't. Okay, Single Again. She didn't do no. I'm looking at it. She didn't do Single Again with anybody.
Okay.
It seemed like I remember somebody else on there. Yeah, I don't know.
It's probably whoever's supposed to like. They not featured.
It's somebody singing. That's what I'm saying. Single again and back on the prowl.
She did it with somebody.
It's somebody on that song. She don't have no songs where she's by herself, straight rapping or being melodic, like Kaya tries to do by herself. Kaya does her songs.
That tries to do
dolo, like Lick Me Low is a classic.
I know Kaya got vocals, but
Lick Me Low is a classic.
But we're gonna bring it back to Housewives. So
Christina Milian was supposed to be on the song and then got taken off the song, so I'm not sure if they used her vocals or not.
Yeah, but somebody
always use Christina Milian vocals.
I don't know if it's Christina Milian because I didn't recognize her voice on that, but somebody's singing "Single Again" and back on the prowl. Somebody's singing with her. She doesn't have one. She had one hit that she did by herself.
Well, Christina Milian did a lot of the girls' songs, and they didn't get her credit for it.
J-Lo.
Yeah, Christina Milian is the first.
Speaking of J-Lo, I want y'all to go look up before we start and before you try to quack me. Go look up, Jenny from the Block. Go look up the demo for Jenny for the Block. It is on YouTube. Mm-hmm. Listen to it.
Ashanti sung that, didn't she?
No.
Oh.
I forgot the lady's name, but look up Jenny from the Block, the demo. Listen to it. Then
it was Shantae Moore. It was somebody.
It wasn't Shantae Moore, but if you listen to it, they didn't change nothing about it.
Well, we know Jennifer is
a lot of Jennifer's songs that they used the other artists' raw vocals. Like they used Ashanti's actual voice on J-Lo's song. Mm-hmm. They used Christina Milian's actual voice on J-Lo's song.
They used Ashanti's voice.
Yeah, like J-Lo ain't no singer now. She can dance and dance for girl.
Yeah,
I said F-Boy. People like that song by Trina. She did it by herself.
Well, see, that's one. She got two songs.
I don't remember how that goes. That's how long I haven't heard.
But if you tell people to have more than 10 hits, you're gonna have to have more than 10 hits, 10 singles to come against me.
But she's
you don't even have them. Like
she's the Rhinestone Princess. So
you don't even have these hits. Like, girl, you only out there because of the way what people think is attractive. They looked at you, and she's really not that attractive. She does look like a basset hound to me. She does. Like, she's not that attractive to me. Like,
I don't know if that was in the chat when we was talking about Monyetta ex-husband. Did y'all have anything to say about because did he recently like divorce his wife?
Child, I don't care about that lady. She bullied Monyetta every chance she got, she was bullying Monyetta over the simple fact that lady, because she thought her and her man wasn't gonna have no more kids, went and got herself, I think she got her tubes burned. Mm-hmm. And the one he married, mind you, they said, she was a porno star. I don't know what I can say on here. They said she was a porno star. So I went and looked it up. She had a girl-on-girl video. I don't judge making money the way you want to, but to bully the lady whose man you was messing around with for years and popped up pregnant and married right after they broke up.
Well, you see, things always turn to full circle, Ranty. Yeah. You see, he's down to the prostitutions and the
She's sitting up there crying. She's sitting up there crying, trying to get sympathization from me. Girl, I ain't got no sympathization for you. No empathy either, because the way you got him is the way you lost him, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. What you doing?
That's where he want to be anyway. Y'all know.
And look how he bent over like this. What you doing?
Y'all look. Ask me where Neil wants to be.
Look. Ask me where his feet is at.
He looked like a milk dud.
He does. He's like a milk dud that's forming into a turtle.
Where is his heart? Because that's not where his heart was.
His heart is in the theater.
Okay. On to the Housewives.
Okay.
I have nothing to say before we get to that trip. I have everything to say while we on the trip down to the dinner.
What happened at the dinner?
Stop it! You trying to get me quacked, and I'm just sitting
my
there.
I'm about to quack Neo. Neo get all the quacking.
This is Manyetta's ex, y'all.
This her baby form. This who made
y'all
her
fighting
burn them
over
tubes
this.
out.
What's going on with his eyebrows?
I don't know, but they are like really arched.
And then it was like shaved at the end.
He plucked them at the end. That's what it looked like.
I don't like it. Get him off the screen, please. I don't feel
looking at you. He looking at you. He
like making me feel uncomfortable.
I don't feel safe.
I don't feel.
This is Manyetta's ex. That's why we gotta let y'all know what we're dealing with.
Here. I don't feel safe with him staring at me like that.
Okay, let's bring it back to Housewives.
Okay, it has everything to do with the dinner. First of all, Sheree, she by nobody. She can't keep a man. She can't pick a good man if she wanted to. She ain't got no fashion. She ain't got no website. Let me tell you something. You can't stay neutral. You ain't never been neutral. You left the neutral zone after you sat down there with the felon, because now I got to call her the felon too. When you sat down there with the felon at the Jamaican, cooking dinner, whatever it was, and was talking about all them women. Yeah, no, you can't stay neutral. Marlo. La eBay, La Rag Band, whatever you want to call your store, your website, whatever it is. Todd let you know not to play with him. I appreciated Todd putting his nuts on the table, even though he was like, I'm not drinking no more. He just let it, he was like, let me learn you something real quick. And I feel like maybe that is the reason why Sheree can't try to, even if she wanted to come at Candy, she can't really come at Todd about really anything, because he just dropped a little bit of what he knew about Marlo. He was on production the season before with Sheree, on the production on season 4, and then he left production and got with his woman. And they've been married for, 11 years now? Businesses, a whole blended family. They in love. Let it go. Let God get a clue. Move on. Sheree can't say nothing about Todd because he know he knows some stuff about you, Miss Girl. Yeah. And Marlo, I would have expected you not, just keep your mouth shut. But at some point, people gonna get tired of you talking about their wives, their mother-in-laws who would have a problem if they didn't defend her and them. You was gonna get told on, and he said what it was. It wasn't that you and Phaedra were friends, because you and Phaedra weren't friends. She brought you on the show as a dig to Nene because they were trying to say Nene was cheating on Greg or whatever that situation was with Marcus Grant, and she brought Marlo on there, and it didn't go in her favor because Marlo and Nene became good because they were like, you want to go shopping? I want to go shopping. We going shopping. We're best friends now. So he was like, yeah, you bought your way into the circle. Now you had to try to make up something, but it's just like Todd never met her, because I'm pretty sure some of these reality shows, just like how some of the girls down to the Love and Hip Hop didn't know Spice man Justin worked on production and they just met him. I feel like everyone on the show has their own producer, and Todd was not Candy's producer. So even if he had heard about Candy in the passing or knew about Candy from Escape, he didn't know her to be around her or say anything about her because he wasn't her producer. Now, Candy, I'm glad you made your shirts and let her know that you are worldwide and not local. Because Marlo will never be worldwide. And Sonya, Rusty Golds, Rusty Metals, we don't talk about the bronze, getting on my nerves. And somebody called you Mr. Ed, and I'm going to leave it at that. The fact that you decided to get on Watch What Happens Live, and when Andy asked you the shady question, who is the least known worldwide, and you decided to say Drew. Let's be clear on something. People all over the world hate Drew for this simple fact that she stole Darwin from Melanie. They hate Drew for that reason. We all knew who Drew was. I didn't know who Sonya was. Sonya, how do y'all say her name? Is it Sonya or Thanya?
Sonya.
We didn't know who you was.
I didn't know Marlo before the show.
I didn't know who Sanya was, but not from her running or her from winning any of those
was the reality
3 to
show.
4 medals. I knew her from her reality show, Glam and Gold, Glitter Glam and Gold. It was on
I never
WeTV.
saw it.
It was
I
pretty
never saw
good.
it
It
either.
was
It
on
looked
WeTV.
boring.
It was pretty good.
It looked boring.
If
too.
she can get on the level of a FloJo or a Allison Phoenix or
she didn't win that many medals.
or a Sha'Carri Richards, if you could have a story like that or something, maybe I would have known
got
you.
a story but no medal. But
Maybe I would have known you. But from what the Cayenne Pepper Liberian said, the Jamaicans down in Texas, and I think the Jamaicans in Jamaica don't even really mess with her. They say she fake.
She looked fake.
She does.
She looked real fake. Like it seemed like you latched on to Marlo and you're just trying to copy her style, and it's even your mannerisms.
What style?
Catch and some of the lingo that Atlanteans use, or
Yeah, you can tell like her brain is being infiltrated.
They're trying to use the same lingo, and you don't really talk like that.
One more thing, and don't you quack me. When she tried to get on Kenya, stop playing with me, please. When she tried to get on Kenya for not bringing somebody when Kenya's cousin was actually sick and had COVID, and you talk about, well, your cousin's sick and you're sick, what's going on? No, people get sick out here. Rusty Metals, they get sick.
Not Rusty Metals.
Let us cough on you and see how you feel about going to a Jamaica trip while you all up in there sickly and stuff. Mm-hmm. You wouldn't want it. I'm sick of her. I'm sick of her family. Her husband gonna try me next episode. I feel it. I don't care how handsome you are. If I got to tell you, I'm gonna tell you how it's gonna be.
Down, looking like a Billy Goat. Sit down.
From what it looked like the ladies were arguing, and you want to jump in because your wife is getting ate up.
I hope she was. I wonder who he was talking to, because you know how editing sometimes make us jump to conclusions.
True, but that's what it looked like.
I said it looked like.
But I hope we are jumping to conclusions, because if he talking to any of the women the way he had stood up and was saying what he had said, I have some words for Mr. Billy Goat.
It looked like he was, all that. It looked like he was standing up and talking to Kenya, and I was like, I hope you was not talking to Kenya, because you're not about to try Kenya this season.
It's a possibility, because you already know that Sanya, I think, feels some type of way towards Kenya by way of Marlo, and it most likely possibility that it was Kenya that he was talking to, but I hope not.
Sheree, Rusty Metals, she by nobody, she by repressed lesbian, and lady, I don't even know you, didn't know you before the show, and I'm not gonna know you after. Y'all back the wrong horses. Like, y'all don't like Drew, but Drew is close with Kenya and Candy, just for the simple fact that none of you heifers, well, none of you hoes, is what I'm gonna call you, were invited to Ace's, during the week birthday party. Especially one of you who actually has a little kid. Sanya, you weren't invited to that party. Your kid wasn't invited to the during the week party. Even though they was gonna have a big one on the weekend, only Drew and Kenya and their children were invited. So that should tell you how it is. And then after all this is going on and you taping for Marlo and Sheree on the after show where they breaking down the scenes, yeah, I don't care if somebody saw y'all at Universal down in Florida or Disneyland, Disney World, or the Six Flags. Y'all not friends. Y'all not going to be friends. And that filming of the reunion is coming up soon.
I can't wait for the reunion. The actual show is getting on my nerves. I'm ready for the reunion. I'm going to need for Sheree to get got, Sanya to get gone, and Sheree to get gone.
I need to know where in the show does Kenya and Sheree become really close, because you were seeing the commercials like in the beginning of the show, like they were like, oh, we should get a house together doing this commercial. I can't believe we're like besties or whatever, because at the rate they going.
They said they got close after she got off the show.
Oh, okay.
And she needed a way back in.
So basically she used her to get back on the show, because Candy don't see it for her because she talked too much and she don't know how to be a real bone carrier, and she chose Kim in that horrible face over Candy.
Oh, and over black women. You picked the lady who was talking bad about black women.
And even I didn't I wasn't seeing it for Sheree ever since that reunion that Kim Zolciak was on with her husband.
Horrible face.
And basically she said you allowed, when she told Andy Cohen, we didn't forget Kim. She said you allowed them black women, all them black women to jump up in my face, like to attack me. Like you allowed the
we
black
owe her a favor because she was a white
woman.
woman.
Yeah, like basically you should have
Nobody
protected
asked
me.
you to be on this show.
Wait,
You know, we of both persuasion. You should have protected me. And Sheree was sitting right there, patting Kim and looking like the house Negro.
I have a question. Did Kim try to come? Wasn't that the? And this real question I'm asking both of y'all because I forgot a lot of that reunion. I was upset because the only thing I remember was "Where's your scooter?" Wasn't what is her name? And I review her show. Y'all know who it is. She was a model.
Eva.
Wasn't Eva pregnant during that reunion?
She was.
I believe
and
so.
Wasn't Kim
but she was a friend of. She was a friend of at that time. She wasn't a main girl.
But wasn't Kim talking bad about her on there?
She was talking about all the ladies.
Yeah, she was talking about everybody. Kim was going in on everybody.
Okay.
She talked about Eva.
Kim was going in on everybody, and when everybody started to come back at her, then that's when she had a problem.
The joke was Eva was broke because I think Eva was going through financial, not necessarily issues, but she wasn't as rich as the other ladies. But I think Eva's doing a lot better since the show. She has a hit show. I love her show on.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a good plot line.
Yes.
Listen, don't say nothing to me about last week's episode. I got burnt out, so I took a break.
So has the new season already started?
It's 2 seasons up now. It's like it's the first season, and then the second season is now.
You finished season 2? How?
No, you didn't finish season 2 yet. You finished season 1.
You've caught up on.
Hold on. I'm caught up to all the videos that's on BET Plus.
So you watched from season 1 straight across, or you just?
I watched all the videos.
You're caught up on season 2. They said they're gonna.
Did you watch season 1 though?
I watched it from the beginning. Like I watched.
Yeah, he said he watched.
I watch shows. I watch it from the beginning. So
because now they're in season 2. Like season 2 is still going. Like tomorrow. Tomorrow morning the news show will be up.
Yeah.
The new show will be on tomorrow.
Yeah, it'll be up tomorrow. I think they're showing 2 at a time.
So can I say what part I'm at without spoiling it?
Yes.
So let me know if I'm at the right part because I'm at the part. If y'all have not seen it, cut it off or put me on mute or whatever. But I'm at the part where Eva discovered that her nephew has.
Yeah, you caught up.
Okay.
Which, when I talk about it, I'm gonna just say, because I have to point it out to somebody, because somebody was like, "Well, what do you think is gonna happen with the money?" I said, if y'all listened in the first season when they were talking, Red and Bill was talking about setting people up. They said, they basically said, we gonna set him up to make it seem like he did it. That way we could get away scot-free.
I think somebody did set him up.
Yeah, so that was just giving me. I didn't know who to believe.
Was it Red though?
No, it was Bill. Bill would be the person who had, because Bill put half the money in the junkyard, which I still have to review it. But Bill put half the money in the junkyard in that the car, right? And then he took the other half of the money and put it in the apartment because he would be the only person who knew where that apartment was because
Bill doesn't know where the apartment was. Like, how would he put something in the nephew's apartment?
Bill is Bill was one of the lead people in the halfway house. So in halfway houses, when you are starting to administrative work and all that stuff. So when they start to leave and everything, you have to put your paperwork through them, on top of the fact that one of the guys in the halfway house, not Bill, Paul, was the PO because the parole officers were so backed up. So all the information on AMP would be in there because he had his parole officer work there.
You think he snuck in his house and stored the money in his house under the bed?
To make him, because it threw me off was when the white guy said, your nephew.
It's such an obvious spot, though, to put it under the bed.
Well, no, it wasn't the obvious spot. Because think of this. AMP was coming over to tell Madam that he got a new place and possibly to tell her about him and Dime, right? So he was coming over and her and Kat was going at it. And she was going to shoot Kat, but then I forgot if Kat jumped out the way or something and ended up shooting AMP. So AMP doesn't know the money's under the bed. And he's sitting up here getting a bullet dug out of him by the lover and the secretary working every day of the week.
Yeah, I
Tommy,
think he got shot through the door.
yeah, he got shot through the door because her and Kat was going at it and she was going to shoot Kat. So he doesn't know the money's there. Hell, Dime wouldn't even know the money was there if she wasn't going back to get that pill bottle and then tripped over her own feet. And then you
Because
look
his heart
under the
belongs in the theater.
Yeah, it just seemed like something's not right here. Like, why would he do that to Madam? Like, he has so much respect for Madam.
Yeah.
Like, why would he do that? Like, I was
But-
like, is he dirty? But you can't really trust nobody. But
Yeah, because that was throwing me off. Like, I don't know. Like, it's a little, like, it's like not a big budget
That's why-
show, but it's a good plot line.
They always had respect for Madam. So I was
that's
like,
why sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. That's why when I like do this, like when I'm reviewing like especially like the scripted shows or reality shows, like my reviews are so long because I'm taking like detailed notes over everything because I'm paying attention to everything. And when somebody asked about it, I said y'all had to go back to season 1 and pay attention to what they were talking about when they were talking about how they set these people up. Like they had already sent somebody back to jail for like robbing a convenience store. Like they set him up for that. They took all the money but set him up and sent him back to prison. So they already planned to set Amp up. The problem is they didn't realize who money they was taking. And then they took so much, like they took $2 million out of the wall. They were only supposed to get into the safe. They took $2 million out the wall. And if you got $2 million on you and you got to, lay low a little bit because you're not trying to, get caught. You're trying to, really work out a plan in your head, which is what Bill was doing because he had already, like, at this point, Bill had to know that the halfway house then got shot up and burnt down. So people, all the people gone up, like, at the crossroads waiting for their people so they won't be lonely. And then he probably, like, said something to the white man. I called them the hillbilly crew. And basically setting everything up. So even though man is dead, we now could all blame this on Amp. But it's just like, how you gonna blame it on him? Because at the time that the money was getting stolen and everything was happening, he was at, like, he
was in the hospital.
No, he got shot. Like, she didn't know. Yeah. Like, he got shot. So at the time everything was happening and Dime is knocked out, he done got shot.
Oh, right. Because so he was
in the hospital the whole time that thing happened. Mm-hmm. That is true. So it probably wasn't him. They probably are setting him up. But
are we feeling Ronnie's character, Ronnie from the Players Club?
Child,
I like her character.
Right.
She real. That's how real families act. Real families go at it, especially over the grandparent and the will and all that. We be going at it.
But the daddy already said, because y'all know he faking his
acting like he Wendy Williams.
I was so surprised when he jumped up and he started talking. I was
right,
like,
he down there acting like he Wendy Williams.
This nigga shitted on himself and peed on himself, and he could move the whole time.
No, he can't walk.
Okay.
So he's playing like he can't talk or walk, like he just
he couldn't, like he was a vegetable.
He's playing like he has like
dementia.
They said he had Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
Who had juicy red lips?
Mace.
Oh, me?
Oh yeah, they said Mace had juicy red lips.
So he is playing like he has Alzheimer's, and that's why Ronnie from the Players Club, like the oldest daughter, was taking care of him. But when he jumped up, it's more like he started talking to her and he was coherent. So she at first thought it was just like a moment of, sometimes like they
get a moment of clarity. Yeah.
Yeah, they get a moment of clarity. But then it's just like, oh no, he faking because he said the feds is watching and they ain't gonna get me. He said the feds is watching and they ain't gonna get me. But I could have killed your sister for having sex in front of me. So he can't move because he's paralyzed from the waist down.
That was horrible.
And she bent over get her Ronnie on.
That part took me out.
And like when at the pool when she came in there and Tommy was like, just let me knock her out. Just let me knock her out. And Madam says that to her. She's like, how do you know that? It's just like, how do you think she knows that? Like, you're not as smart as you think you are, especially after this last episode where you thought them people worked for you and they didn't. You're not as smart as you thought you were. And the only things that could run through her mind is Daddy ain't really sick, and then she could be a snitch, but then that's gonna get her got.
And Daddy loved Eva more.
Yeah,
Daddy wants
Yeah, because
love
Eve is
from
that
Adam.
gangster like him, you know.
Yeah,
but
because
that's how he raised her to be, and that's how the
Yeah.
grandmother raised her to be. Or she possibly has cameras in the house, but she ain't got cameras in the house. And a smart person would realize, how does she know all these things? It can't be the people you messing with, because the people you messing with, you probably know her by name but not by face, and they probably don't know that that's your sister, half sister. I have to say that. So smart people would
She said
realize,
Neo got some juicy.
no, 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 no.
that's what
Yeah,
she said.
Don't put it up. Don't.
Cheryl,
That's
no, no.
Don't. But he was giving.
A smart person would realize daddy ain't really sick like that, but it's just like, you didn't care to take care of that man. She would be leaving him all times of the day. Now, babyface
Cheryl.
out here
Cheryl.
pimping. Babyface is out here pimping, and I can't with him.
Cheryl, is this what you want?
No,
Cheryl,
no,
Liberian princess. Is
no.
this what you want, Cheryl?
Cheryl, why are you doing this to me?
Is that what you want, Cheryl?
No,
You said he got juicy red lips?
no, he don't. He looked like Mr. Potato Head.
I think Cheryl like it. I think Cheryl like it. Manetta like it. A lot of y'all like
Crystal,
it.
you know,
Crystal
like it.
A lot of y'all like it. It's real juicy, real red.
I need to know where his toes is pointed.
In the air. He used to his legs being pointed in the air. Cheryl says that show was trash. She had on weed. I think you're talking about Sanya. Yeah, I thought it was boring. I didn't watch it.
She complained about the family living there. The family been living with you since.
Yeah, I liked the show because it was like the family, then the sister, and then I remember I watched it. I don't remember exactly what happened, but I did watch it. But it's Sonya's son, Cybar. Her son is so cute.
The kid's adorable, but I don't like that lady. Now, I'm going to get off of here because I got to go do something for YouTube this week. If I don't do nothing else, I at least do one thing.
Thanks for dropping by. We love you for stopping by.
Thank you. I got a family reunion on Saturday. I don't want to go, but I'm being forced.
You being forced to go?
Yes.
What you do is show up late. So
I can't. I'm riding
with somebody to bring me somebody. You can't
Like the person in my household is forcing me to go. She said, as she was giving my cousin information, she don't know she going, but she going. I was like,
your grandmother?
I'm gonna go, but I'm gonna be extra late. And then I'm gonna leave early.
My great aunt. I live with my great aunt.
Okay, because that sounds like that forcible. Like, she don't know she going, but you know.
Yeah, because my mama is moving to Charlotte for work. But my great aunt has told me she don't know she going, but she going. And
shoot.
How did I get?
You gotta go.
You know I don't know half of these people.
Oh my God, that's just such a whirlwind.
Like you might not even like them.
I was like, I don't know half of these people. I don't really. I've said this before. Not my maternal. That's my mother's mother. My paternal grandmother acts like Wanda J. Blige.
So it's safe to say you're gonna have an eventful Saturday.
No, I'm gonna be on my phone. I got about 5 portable chargers, all gonna be charged up and ready to go.
You got your portable chargers back up ready?
Back up for the backup, back up for that backup.
You know, you gotta stay ready so you don't gotta get ready.
And we're gonna add Thick Girl right real quick before we close up. Hey, Thick Girl again.
Let's see.
Thick Girl, who are you talking to?
So this is what I consider doing my own show with Brooklyn.
I wanted to tell y'all something.
I don't know, now she's
something in the background.
I'm about to cut it off. I was watching Kenya. Kenya did a live.
What's she live about?
Kenya just did a live.
And what's she talking about?
On the live.
Look. Kenya just did a live. She talked about Am I muted?
No.
We're listening. You said Kenya did a live, but what did she talk about?
Yeah, I can't.
You keep going in and out.
Well, let us know. Let us know what. But let us know. But are you there, thick girl?
Yeah, I'm here.
Are
Okay,
you there?
Why
so
you
what
talking?
happened on the live?
Are you
She
there, thick
talking.
girl? It's me, Margaret.
Thick, hello, thick.
I'm waiting to talk. They still talking.
Nobody's talking.
Why can I hear y'all talking though?
I don't know if you're.
Okay,
If
well,
you're
Marlo, I mean, she said her and Kenya are good now. 1 second, because I think I got y'all in the background.
all right. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe.
There we
Share
go.
with your friends while we on here, and thick girl gonna give us tea on what happened. Let us know.
I'm coming back.
But this season, I'm just ready
Hello?
for.
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
we can hear you.
Okay. She talked about, she went to Teresa's wedding.
Ugh.
She went to Teresa's wedding. Her and Senior are cool now. What the f is going on? Her and Cynthia are cool now. She talked about she can't wait for the reunion. Her and that dude John are still talking. She said we'll find out more about that at the reunion. Um, he said that Marlo wants to be Nene. She recycles Nene Reed, but it still ain't hitting. Huh?
I see the live
Yeah.
that you're talking about on my timeline, so I'm gonna look into it. But it looks like basically Kenya is saying what we've been saying as the viewers that Marlo needs to go.
Mm-hmm.
We're sick
And
of
real
Marlo.
quick, what do y'all think about Nene post saying that every time they trying to stop her from getting a job?
Bump
She
Nene.
was just listen here. They may stop her from getting a job on NBC Universal because NBC Universal owns Bravo. It owns the Oxygen Network. It owns what else do they own? DreamWorks.
VH1. A lot
No,
of
no,
the
Viacom owns VH1. Viacom owns BET,
VH1 and BET
VH1, CBS, and
and
Paramount.
E.
And yet, no, they don't own E.
Who owns E? Because they use it.
E
It's
is
like
under E is under NBC.
okay, that's NBC Universal. Okay.
Like I know this stuff because I keep applying to get jobs as like production on these places. So Viacom owns BET, VH1, CMT,
And I believe they own the Logo channel as well.
Logo because RuPaul's Drag Race was on Logo
Right,
first.
wherever they put, because when the BET Awards and like the MTV Awards, whatever channel they lock down with those awards, Viacom owns. Because usually the Logo channel be playing the awards ceremony, BET plays it, and MTV plays it at the same time.
Yeah,
so it's safe to say they, are
yeah,
part.
I forgot. So CMT, MTV, VH1, CBS, Paramount, BET. They now have deals with Nickelodeon. They don't own it, but they have deals with Nickelodeon, Viacom, NBC Universal, who she got beef with and who her lawsuit is against with their with their child, basically Bravo, is NBC Universal. NBC Universal owns Bravo, NBC, E, Peacock. I know I'm
But
forgetting one of
Nene, basically, this is your own fault. You got out there and publicly announced and publicly said that this company is racist and you're suing them and all this stuff. Who would want to work with you? You know what I'm saying? In the future, knowing that it's a potential that if the wrong thing happens, you're going to sue us. If you don't like what we say, you're going to get out there and call us racist. So, girl, you blackballed yourself. You better be glad that BET Plus reached down and put you down to the college hill.
Viacom, which is under BET, like BET.
But
Plus,
that's not only Viacom, because if I was TV One, if I was the head of TV One, I would not really want to work with Nene, because of Nene, it seems like if you do something, if she's not Queen Bee,
hold on, I'm gonna
that
look it
it's
up.
going to be a problem.
I gotta look it up just to make sure who owns TV1.
I don't
But
even care who owns what. Like, if I was a producer or an owner of a TV network, I would not want to work with Nene Leakes for the simple fact, when things don't go your way, you will turn on the people like a rabid dog. You've done it. You know what I'm saying? So why would I even want to hire you?
Here's the thing. It's just like, you decided to go this route. So if you were going this route, like, more power to you. Like when Mariah did what she had to do to get her coins off of the show she created, I said, I hope you have all your paperwork in order, because then you could get like, as like, that's your creative property, that is your, like, that's your stuff. I hope you have everything in order so it goes the way you want it to go and not the other way. Because if it goes the other way, then they really gonna, be like, her, you don't want to work with her.
Yeah, but Mariah had a reason. She had an idea. This was her idea that she brought to the show. So, Nene, this wasn't Housewives, wasn't your idea. Yeah, you may have been the star of the show and you held it down for years. But times change and people come in and you slamming down that computer. You not wanting to work. You wanting this, that, and the third, becoming a real diva, thinking the show can't go on without you. And they proved that the show can go on without you, girl.
I'll just say this: no matter how we all feel about Ryan Murphy, he has a habit, just like Tyler Perry, of working with the same people he's worked with from the past, going all the way back to when he had the show Popular on the WB before the WB became CW. He has a history of working with everybody he's ever worked with in the past. So while you've been on Glee and you were on the show on NBC, why is it that we haven't seen you pop up in any more of Ryan Murphy shows? Because he likes to bring the people back. He likes to have y'all keep a job, because he knows he can work with y'all and he knows that you can get along with whatever he's written or created. Why haven't you come back to one of his productions? Like, do you have an issue with him? Does he have an issue with you? Were you causing issues on set? Like, that's another thing people have to think about. When they go into these settings, when you are on a set, not a reality TV show, but an actual like set where you have to be up at 4 a.m. because that's your call time, or you are working into the late hours, or you have to do reshoots, or you have to go and do your re-record your voice because it didn't really catch on like when they were actually filming. The way you treat people, I'm talking about production. The cameraman, the set directors, the makeup artists, the costume, like everybody, the way you treat them also goes into the way you get other jobs. So we don't know how she was treating these people on sets. That's another thing you have to look into. Why is it that you don't have another like acting gig? And I'm not talking about reality shows. I mean acting gigs. Like, how were you treating these people on set? When she was on Broadway, how were you treating the people on the Broadway shows? Because they don't play that over there. You treat them bad, they're going to tell the whole world about it. And then you really going to have a problem. So how are you treating these people on set? I don't care. Like, reality TV is reality TV.
Are you watching the video, Shady?
No, I didn't watch the video, but I did see the comments, and I was just
quack me.
She said she was gonna she said she gonna have to drag Sheree at the reunion. She's like, I love Sheree, but these last couple of episodes, I'm gonna have to drag her. I'm gonna have to give her a little spanking a little bit.
That's not her friend. Sheree is nobody's friend.
Oh, that's what I was thinking.
Sheree's nobody's friend. You see her down with Martell.
Sheree is nobody's friend.
Sheree is not her own friend.
Yeah, Sheree's definitely not her own friend.
She was by Sheree would have been out.
And then when she got that BBL,
she said she's gonna have to spank her ass.
She looked like she works out, but
she does work out, but she didn't work out that much booty. Like people, you could work out. Like you mentioned the WB, I was literally, that gave me bad flashbacks. They used to call me the WB frog because I didn't have no butt, so it's like, WB. And that's why it was just when you said the WB, it just gave me like bad flashbacks. I was like, oh my God. But
some people is born with it.
But no matter how much I squat, I had to get big in order to get.
Like Tim Norman, sometimes you're just.
I know a lot of women that got big asses,
but that butt wasn't like that. That butt wasn't sitting up there like that before. Sheree done got shit done.
Your mind is homegrown.
What it is, and then when you work out, it becomes, more.
I think Sheree done got something done to that behind, because that behind that ass was acid. It was.
She might have some kind of pad in her pants.
Yeah, she probably do because I'm not opposed to a hip pad because everybody's not blessed like the rest. And
oh yeah, I know the reunion is shooting tomorrow. They start the reunion tomorrow.
What?
Do they film tomorrow?
Yes, they film tomorrow and Thursday. I mean tomorrow, yeah, or Thursday.
Well, Candy seems fired up.
Thursday.
Kenya is fired up as well.
I hope.
Yeah, she said she gonna get Sanya ass together too. Good. She said she still be talking to her, but she gonna get her ass together too.
Sanya is a full hater. She does not need to return.
At all. She said,
I don't want to
recycle.
Bring Cynthia back. Bring Cynthia. Bring Portia.
I was happy to hear that her and Cynthia made up. They cool.
I was happy to see that too, and they were together at Teresa's
wedding. Oh my God, Teresa!
She was like she missed her friend. She's like, I miss my friend.
That tan Teresa
I love me some Teresa Giudice.
I said that
Teresa has real black friends. Okay,
right? But she had black friends. Look at Black Dolores.
She didn't even invite Melissa to
No, they were invited.
They was invited. They didn't show up.
No, they were invited, but they said they didn't show up.
I read that they weren't invited.
No, they were invited. Joe didn't show up. Joe didn't want to go to the wedding.
They said
because they set him at the kiddie table at the damn bridal shower. They set him at the damn kiddie table.
Rumor has
Melissa
it.
and Melissa have been back and forth. They're not going to get along. They've been back and forth ever since Melissa came on the show because
she never
wanted Melissa on the show.
Never wanted Melissa on the show. She wanted to be the star.
She never wanted
Melissa on the show. Here's the thing. Rumor has it when it comes down to because they were invited, but why they didn't show up is because, and this is all alleged, but it was said that Teresa was saying that Melissa was cheating on Joe again, and they wasn't having it, so they decided to not come. Now we all know Melissa and Teresa. Well, more Teresa has had beef with Melissa since Melissa and Kathy decided to pop up on the show, and she felt like y'all should have gave her a courtesy call on when coming on to her show because it was her show, not your show.
Like
damn show wasn't her damn show.
They need to dig down Caroline.
Exactly. I want them to bring her back.
I want to bring Caroline Manzo. Those Manzos. They really.
Yes, I want her to come back.
Caroline back.
No, but it was a lot going on with the sister getting kidnapped, held hostage. Dina, the sister, was held hostage by the ex-husband. Those are real Italian. When I say real, those are real Italians, like the Manzos. Yeah. The Manzos is up here in Jersey. Up here in Jersey. Where they drink pork feet up here in Jersey and they eat disco fries. You know what I'm saying? They real Italian up here.
I'm gonna just say it, and y'all could disagree with me, but I thought the perfect cast of the New Jersey Housewives. And y'all can disagree with me if you want to, but I thought the perfect cast was Caroline, Jacqueline, Teresa. The original three, Melissa, Kathy, and then you had all their families, and then you had the Kim D and the Kim C and all of them. I thought that was the perfect cast because I was like, oh, y'all fighting.
Right, no, but they need to bring back Danielle and Caroline. I want Danielle.
I was about to say that I like that dynamic, but it was even more iconic when it was Danielle, like the first couple seasons. Danielle, Caroline, Jacqueline, and I forget who else.
But Caroline, even if her and Nina are beefed out at this point, Caroline not going forward with Danielle because it was said way back in the gap. The reason why Dina left that second season because she would have still been on there is Danielle said something to Dina's ex-husband, not the Manzo ex-husband.
Yeah, the one that did the kidnapping.
No, not him.
Not him.
Was Lexi's,
they kidnapped her new husbands. And had them not kidnapped them, held them hostage in their house, had them tied up.
Allegedly.
Yep.
No, this was not alleged. This was real. This happened.
Okay, but Danielle. Well, it's not alleged no more.
I'm reading exclusive tea. Hold on.
Danielle admitted it. Danielle basically sent some paperwork or said something to Dina's only child, Lexi, her father, the one who lived in Greece.
Yeah.
Said something to him, and he had to also sign off on Lexi being on the show. And whatever he did or said would have gotten Lexi taken away from Dina. Like she would have they would have CPS.
Oh my God, CPS would have snatched her and their boy.
I just read on the blogs that a part of the live that Thick Girl was talking about, Kenya was saying that she wants Eva to return to the show. And I can concur. I liked Eva.
Mhm.
She was shady. I could take Eva over Sanya any day.
She was eating Marlo up.
She was eating Marlo ass up. She's a reader. I think the only thing about Eva on the show was she didn't own her shade. I feel like if you're gonna throw shade, I'm Shady B.
Mhm.
If you're gonna throw it, you gotta own it. You gotta
Hey.
stand all 10 toes down.
10 toes down.
I've
And-
always said.
I said what I said.
Right.
If you like it, you like it. You don't. But if you're gonna throw shade, you gotta own it.
I let people know. I said what I said. I meant what I said. And while you edit, if you're gonna take it back to somebody, make sure you said exactly what I said verbatim. Because if you didn't, I got a problem with you since you want to be the bone carrier. Say what I said directly in the correct format that I said it to you, to them. And if y'all want me to repeat it, I'll say it again because I have no problem with it. I own who I am.
Because everybody throws shade. Let's be clear. Everybody does it. But you got to be able to own it.
Well, everybody can throw shade, but not everybody can like really be as shady.
Land it. Like it can be thrown, but maybe it won't land, honey.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, because we know people like Marlo don't know how to read.
Right. But for Jersey, bring Caroline back. Bring back the Manzos because I need her to say, let me tell you things about my family. My family, we's as thick as thieves. I need her to give that.
I like Caroline.
Caroline, they real gangsters. When I say that, they real gangsters. They may be a part of our family.
Her kids was not a mess. Caroline kids.
Caroline kids was, and they was nice. Her sons, I believe, her sons was like really nice boys.
Albie and Chris.
They was nice Italian boys. They was boys you wanted your daughter to marry. They was nice Italian boys.
And Lauren got married and had a baby and everything. I want Caroline back. But Teresa has a problem with Caroline because Caroline said, "Well, what did you expect?" When Andy asked her about Teresa and Joe going to jail and everything, she was like, "What did you expect? What did you expect when y'all was out here flashing money?" And Caroline had said it all the way back in the day that if something was to happen to Teresa, it would be because of Joe and the way he did business.
And she knew a lot. She probably know more than what the feds know. Let's be clear.
Yeah, but Teresa.
Yeah, Teresa. She. A lot of times they win, but they come from that old school Italian. Like she's like the old school Italian. Like they don't really question. Like they know.
Yeah,
but that's men's business. And then, as long as you're bringing me home diamonds, and we got the house, and Joe, we can go on vacation. Joe, we can do this. I need to get my hair bigger. I need to get my skin clearer. You know what I'm saying? So as long as you're doing that, they play blind to a lot of stuff that's going on, but they know. But I didn't see anything. If Joe was doing anything illegal, I didn't know anything about it.
Teresa believes in her heart of hearts that Caroline called the feds on her. And Teresa, as we are up here, and you probably be watching the blogs too and people on YouTube, she ain't called the feds on you. When the feds want to come for you, they're going to come for you. And they're not going to come for you until they got every single thing on you. So it's the fact that y'all was up on television, getting caught up, paying for everything in cash, not credit, not a check, not on layaway, because, you got it like that, but you was buying everything in cash. From cars to shoes to purses to houses to furniture. Then y'all was getting into so many legal spats and everything else going to court. Because remember, who was it? It was Melissa and Joe's Christmas party. That was like the first time everybody really got together. The Manzos, the Laritas, because the Manzos and the Laritas was all on Teresa's side. But they came to the Christmas party, and it was I think an assistant district attorney or an attorney there. And, Teresa and Joe, Judice, or Judice, however you say the last name, wasn't comfortable with the girl being there. And Melissa and Joe Gorga was like, our family's here, you cool people. It was talking to one of the Kims who brought her, you cool people and all, but your guest, she gonna have to go. And the lady understood, and they left. But it's just y'all was getting in trouble a lot. Y'all was paying for stuff in cash.
She called the feds on herself, bottom line, because you sit there and got solid gold doorknobs.
Ooh, I forgot she got them solid
gold. I will never forget the solid gold doorknobs. Like, girl, What did you and then you never saw Joe do nothing. And then even like her brother, he needs to watch it too because he would start getting caught up because you was building that pizza place for how long? Like you, and then building her with downstairs, on display. She was downstairs getting her J-Lo on.
Her music.
Melissa was downstairs in the studio with her gold microphone getting her J-Lo
on display.
But she was like giving real J-Lo.
All the housewives doing songs.
I forgot
doing songs at that moment.
I forgot she used to sing
on display. Remember, he built the studio downstairs and
it was
that's why Nene wanted the song. That's why Nene wanted the song best so she can compete with these other girls.
No, Nene came before.
Remember, she made a song.
Department.
I like Nene's song. Nene's song was kind of popping.
Come on and get this.
Yeah.
Come on,
get this honey. Yeah. Well, we're about to wrap up. We appreciate you guys for coming up.
Commercial.
That song was a mess.
Yeah,
just as cheesy as Martell commercial.
But I like the song. I'm gonna say after we get off, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna Alexa, play Nene.
You know what? I'm gonna dig up that song and just.
I'm gonna play it after as soon as we get off.
Sing it to me, it's like because I'm gonna dig this song up out the grave. Like this song has been.
Yeah, I think I was like, come on to get this, honey. Come on to get this.
Oh my god,
honey.
Oh my god.
But that girl, I don't want to hear that commercial no more.
I forgot about that crap. That was just so.
You know the people in his chat saying that.
Let me see if play the song by me.
Records yet. People ain't got their tracking receipt yet.
They don't even know her. Alexa, play the song by Nene Leakes.
So tell me why. Girl. Okay. And I'm just tell y'all this. Don't.
You got it.
Don't go on his website and just try to see like how much shipping or anything is, because I did that as I was on Thick Girls Live.
That was a sore because she's in the back. Yeah.
Tell me why. When I was just did the little thing to see how much shipping was, they automatically subscribed me to his website.
Yeah, I don't like that.
So it sent me an email talking about you have something left in checkout. I was like, what are you talking about? And when I saw what it was, I was like, now why are y'all sending me emails? And I scrolled to the bottom and it says, do you want to unsubscribe? I'm like, yes. Who subscribed me?
That. Like y'all desperate for anybody that click on y'all website to join.
Exactly, and he is. He's actually one of the desperate ones. Yeah, that fits him very well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I asked the lady. I was like, "Have you received it yet?" They answered me back. They were like, "Nope." And I ordered on the 29th. I ordered on this day.
Not to
give my money. I told them not to give my money.
Is that for the wine?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Stella Rose tastes
it's liquid,
good, if not better.
They're gonna get the sugars drinking.
And I'm gonna try the flavors that y'all told me about the other video.
Yeah, try to get this Luscious.
I'm gonna try Luscious, but y'all was telling me about other flavors that I have not heard of yet with Stella Rose.
Yeah, they have blueberry. Somebody was talking about blueberry.
I don't know about blueberry.
They got the black bottle.
I drink black. I like Stella
I never taste Stella Rose at all, but the flavors.
They got the
your guys are mentioning.
It's like Welch's. It's like Welch's, but like more sophisticated.
Listen, I'm gonna stick to Wink and Al down to the Aldi. It's $3, and it's not. It's cheap, but it don't give you a hangover.
What is it called?
Winking Al.
I'm gonna be down there because I gotta go. That's what I said. We need to close out because I need to go to the fondue spot in the morning. And
I gotta
you
go
kill me every time you say that.
And I need to be fondue. I'm telling you, I be getting dressed on Tuesdays and Thursday when I got therapy. It be like a date. My husband like, where you going? Like, shut up.
Wait.
Every time I see it on your post, I be like, she did not post this on Instagram from she go to the fondling shop.
Wait, I gotta mention
you down there getting happy endings and shit.
It reminds me of, and then I'm gonna be quiet so y'all do y'all outro, but it reminds me of if you've ever seen the show Cougar Town. I don't know if y'all have you've seen Cougar Town. Ellie.
I heard of it, I never saw it. But is it good?
I love Ellie, but Ellie, when she was talking about that,
I'm never gonna get off this.
When she was flirting with that man, and she kept asking, because she's married, she was like, "Is this cheating?" And she was like, "Yes," and she just kept texting them.
No, but it does. It feels like that because as soon as it's a guy, he's a Korean. I think he's Korean. Oh my god! Like as soon as I get in there, I'm like this.
That's exactly what she was doing.
We are still days.
And you talk about checking your husband's phone. No, he need to be checking your damn phone.
No, but like I told him early, I told him anybody who I mess with, I'm bringing income in the house. Anybody who he try to mess with, he's taking income out our house. Because men got to spend the money. Women get the money.
Not all of them, because they get.
I'm bringing money in. He's trying to take money out.
He might he can find a stupid one that would take care of him. They out
well, you better let me know when he do, because like, girl, I want a wig or two. So you let me know. I told him. I'll take a sister wife. Like I said, I need help around this house.
Sister wives.
I'm like, if a man going to cheat, you might as well. Because I used to tell his baby mother that all the time. Like, girl, we are in a threesome. We just don't do it all together.
Sunshine says, get into that Taylor port wine and see y'all in a few days. Okay.
Oh yeah, that Taylor port. Oh, that's
Let me know. Let me know.
Wait, how old is Sunshine? Sunshine mentioned in that Taylor
let me know something. Let me know.
Sunshine, how old are you talking about?
I know where Sunshine going. She said see us in a few days. Where's she going?
No, because after you drink that Taylor port, that's what's going to happen to you.
Oh.
And no, because it come in big jugs. Like they don't even have. It's not even a wine bottle like this. Taylor port is not a wine bottle. It's a jug. I mean, a jug.
It's a big bottle.
It's a big round, a fat bottle.
I'm gonna go get some tomorrow.
No, but my boys used to drink it at the bar, like, cause she wouldn't want to, she didn't want to drink hard liquor when people would buy her drink, cause she was like the owner, so she had to stay, relatively sober. So she'd be like, "Give me the port and fill my cup up with ice, like mad ice."
Like Angela Bassett.
Carlos Rossi comes in a jug.
But by the time at the end of the night, she was leaned in that corner.
I'm about to say, I'm gonna see you in 3 days.
That's how I was like, she was leaned in that corner with that port. That's how I need to know how old are you talking about that Taylor port?
Hell, she might as well have drunk her some goddamn
but they said it's
tequila.
I looked it up. It looks like it's available.
Right. See that port will clock you. Like, you know about the port. You know the
tell me once. And
hold it up, Shady. Hold it up.
That Taylor port?
Sunshine says she's 34. You're
hold up your phone.
1 year older than me.
You a little young. See, I got you by 10 years.
She said,
"Okay, hold up your phone."
Don't worry. I got you by 10 years. I'm 44. But that port is no joke.
I wanted to see the Taylor port.
Oh, okay. I don't know if
you got to do like this. How the people do? Like
this is what.
Okay, I can see it. Okay. That should look like it's a bottle of olive oil or some Worcestershire sauce.
It looks like it, but it looks like it's available everywhere.
Yeah, and they had a bigger bottle to be the gallon. It couldn't even fit on the shelf.
Walmart is cheaper because the other store said $12.47. Walmart said $9 something.
It couldn't even fit on the shelf. It should just sit on the floor in the corner of the bar. Like it just sit on the floor. Like we go get the port.
Danielle,
like somebody gonna be laid out.
When they pulled Danielle's hair at the event, that little girl pulled her hair.
Ashley.
That was a season. That season alone.
Season 2.
Wasn't that the same one when Teresa was shaking the table and trying to?
No, that was season 1.
Yeah, she was like engaged 9 times. Engaged 9 times.
No, that was season. I know because I've always rewatched New Jersey. The shaking of the table happened on season 1. The pulling of the hair happened on season 2 because she
that was a season 2.
Because she acted like she was so traumatized. And then that's also the season that Dina
and I just got your alert, your notification.
Yeah, I know. I got the intro running right now. But season 2 was the pulling of the hair. Her basically getting Dina off the show by trying to get Dina's child snatched away from her by way of the biological father who lived in
Greece.
Greece.
The Manzos back. I don't care.
And then that's also
back.
Yeah, that's also when Danielle went down to the brownstone and tried to cause a scene with her Hell's Angels, and they was calling Chris all type of F words, and Caroline had to let her know how it was gonna be, how it really was gonna be, and how it is. And she was also riding by the Manzo's house because she felt like, how y'all not gonna invite me to the sheriff's fundraiser? But the plates cost $2,000.
That's when Jersey was good.
And with the wigs that she used to wear, we know she had no $2,000 because them wigs were terrible.
$2,000 a person, and
Danielle stopped. And then they found out her name wasn't even Danielle, girl. And like, you done changed her name. Who are you, Danielle? And Danielle had
She put
If
her
I was
kids
Margaret, I'd still be whooping Danielle ass from when she pulled that damn ponytail. I'd still be whooping her ass every
when
time I
she
saw
put
her.
her kids in the her Range Rover that she couldn't afford and was driving by the Manzos because they was out there for the sheriff's dinner, but it's like $2,000 a plate, not a person, a plate, and she don't have $2,000 because she was trying to sell that house, but the ex-husband wasn't trying to pay. That was also the season of the daughter.
Danielle could have been a show in her
And that's
own right.
crazy because remember the last season or season before last, she didn't want to move out that man's house.
Danielle
her
definitely
ex-
could have had a show on her own, like because she had a lot going on.
I thought it was super shady that the ex-husband, the father of her kids, brought his new wife, who was younger and prettier than Danielle, to the little girl's birthday. I think it was like the 16-year-old's birthday party, and he didn't help pay for none of the birthday party, but he
He'd have been going
showed
right
up,
out the fucking door.
and he showed up with that lady, and Danielle was like, "Oh, he showed up." And he brought her, and I was like, Danielle, that's his wife, Miss Girl. I don't know what you expected, but yeah, she don't
Danielle
want to
had a
move.
lot going on.
But when Margaret and her husband pushed Danielle's husband in the pool, I was there for that. I gotta
Margaret
go.
said he needed to cool off.
Who pushed my husband in the pool?
I
Was
like
it my
Margaret
husband?
too. I like Margaret and Margaret Senior. I like
I
them.
love Margaret.
I love Margaret.
But she
But
gets Teresa ass together.
And Black Dolores.
Dolores is black.
You know, she found out because Wendy always was calling her Black Dolores. She said because she does look like a lighter skinned black woman.
Because she tans so much.
Like no, but she found out. She said, you know, Wendy was calling her Black Dolores, and you could tell she was getting uncomfortable every time Wendy called her Black Dolores because Wendy was like, you know, you're just Black Dolores. So she's like, you know, now, you know, like, you know, because a lot of times Italians they don't like that. Like, you better not call them black, you know. Yeah, not no Moulion.
Nobody wants to be black until
and they are not. But Italian, they are not no Moulion. They not. You're not going to call them that. You know what I'm saying? So then, they'll sleep with us because Italian men love black women. But when she said that she did in her history, she found out that her great grandfather was Ethiopian.
Shout Joe.
But Italians are just lighter skinned black people because they act just as niggerish as us. Like Italians are
exactly fighting on TV.
Those some niggas like Italians. Like I don't even know why y'all don't like the because y'all act just like us. Like,
but Joe, I can't say it. Sofia Vergara's husband. He was in True Blood, and
which one? Who? Oh, you're talking about the wolf?
Yeah, Joe. His
Meganello.
Yeah, he found out when he was doing like the ancestry show. They had to call him before they like brought him on to give him everything. That it was just like, sir, you are not Italian. You are in your ancestry. You got black people up in there. And somebody like 2 weeks before that on TikTok was like looking at a picture of him. And they do that thing where it was like, I don't think this is white folks. I think this is black folks. I think black folks did that. I mean, it could be white folks, but I think black folks did that. And then this come out. I said, well, damn.
Yeah, because he looks a little mixed. But a lot of Italians, like a lot of Italians,
he's not even Italian. That's the
no.
thing.
But I'm saying a lot of people that consider I think if they would take DNA tests, they'll see it's a lot of black in them. That ones that go like. They would see it's a lot of black in them. Like even I believe they brought up, I was watching Storm Moreau's show and the caller had called in and recalled on the Kardashians when Khloe had took her DNA test and they tried to act like she was a full sister and that Kylie or something came over and like, oh my God, look at your results. It's full of red. And red on the 23andMe, I believe, is African.
Ooh.
That's why she OJ daughter. Piggyback on OJ daughter.
Front like, you know, like, oh no, you're like us. But then Kylie came over like, oh my God, it's full of red. Like,
listen, somebody put a picture up against her when she had her original face.
That head is definitely her original head. It's definitely OJ.
Her original face, and then put it up against OJ's like daughter with Nicole, and they were like, look at them.
Because they do look like they got the muscle heads. They square and boxy and muscle head, and the bone structure, the structure of the face is definitely giving OJ.
That's why she keeps changing her face because she don't want to look like a.
She's changing her head. She's not changing her face. She's chopping off her whole head and attaching a new one. That's not a face. That's a whole head switch.
Listen, we're gonna have to stop talking because I know Shady probably ready to go to sleep.
Yeah, because I gotta get ready for this fondle spot. I gotta take a
little nap. We gotta stop talking.
I gotta take a long bath with oils. I gotta make sure I'm moisturized for Kevin.
What was the saying? Shady gotta go to work tomorrow. Wasn't that
yes.
No, I said Shady ready to go to sleep, and then I was about to say Macy's got to go get fondled in the morning, but she took the words right out of my mouth.
Yes, I do, because I'm waiting, because I better get Kevin.
Yeah, and you be really waiting to go get fondled. Like you be there first thing in the morning.
Yes, I'm there early. I'm not never late, and I do not miss an appointment. Like,
and if that dude not available, you let somebody go in front of you. If Kevin not available, do you let somebody go in front of you so you can get Kevin?
No, I usually take the other. It's another lady with strong hands. She's little, but her hands is very strong. But I prefer Kevin, like, cause he has that grip. Like, he just be having that grip, and when they get, they be putting like the Bengay, I guess it's some type of Bengay or something, or it smells like, I leave out smelling like a can of menthol, like the salve.
He's a man. He probably loves what he does,
Right, but I leave out smelling real elderly, but it be worth it.
Okay, I gotta go really.
Hey, husband, you better take a trip down to the fondling spot and see who the hell this Kevin is.
Oh, not you. Don't.
You can't find
it's COVID. He can't come in. You only can have one.
Leave Kevin alone.
Kevin, you need to book Kevin early. You can't just show up and expect Kevin. You gotta book Kevin.
Yeah, but I make sure, like, is he there on
Tuesday?
I'm
talking about to go check on Mace's ass.
Okay.
Yeah, her and Kevin, we'll get up to the bottom of this shit.
Well, y'all continue to talk about
this shit.
Y'all continue to talk about.
Oh, but my shoulder, I gotta have surgery. I gotta have surgery on my shoulder. I be in a lot of pain.
Kevin can help you. Only Kevin.
Exactly.
But he got the strong hand, like, and then he tell me like what to do with my neck muscles.
He tell you what to do. He tell you
like with my neck muscles. Like, he gave me some good neck exercises, because like
neck exercises.
Because you see how, like, this side is my neck is like sucked in, like the muscles is like really tight on the side.
The more she talked, the bigger the hole she did.
She said neck exercises. I can think of a few neck exercises.
No, Lord.
I used to be able to rotate my neck. I used to be able to do a good.
You have a little bit more movement than what I.
Yeah, and I'm saying, but now, I'm just, loosening it up more, because it's real tight. It's real tight.
Mace, the more you talk, the more they're going to try to tell your husband.
So, Mace, he's helping you loosen up.
Don't tell him nothing. Tell him about that prostitute that he was down to the DM with.
Oh my God.
I'm still mad about that. So he.
Okay, let's get off here before Mace's husband get in trouble.
On that note, good night.
Oh, she done gave us too much of her business.
we just gonna wish y'all a happy evening.
Yes.
And thank all of y'all for coming in the chat.
Yes, thank y'all. Thank you, Brandon, and thank you, Big Girl. And please follow their channels. Please follow their channels.
Follow their channels. They be going live.
And if you're on the replay, please hit the like button and subscribe, please, and turn all your notifications on so you can catch us, because sometimes we just, we miss a day and we may just pop up.
But we'll
pop up like she pop up at the fondling shop.
I had to restart my live. It was 10 minutes of nothing, no talking, no nothing.
But let them get in there. So everybody go to a Brandon page. She about to go live. We gonna hit you with the outro. Thank y'all for joining us, and we will see y'all next week when we review what was it, Married to Menopause.
Married to Medicine, yes.
So y'all have a good one. We'll see y'all. Be safe.
Good night, people.
Nighty night.
Later.
It's almost time for the Real Housewives of Atlanta review, featuring Shady B, the best beard on YouTube, and Mace Moreau, the wig. You guys ready? Let's get into it. Starts now. Hey guys, hope you're having a good time. By the way, don't forget, hit that like button. And if you're liking, you might as well subscribe. And drop a comment below. Come on guys, let's get into it.